Back again. It's the YouTube Focus Hour, if you will. Wednesday, August 24. I think it's an ex-girlfriend of mine's birthday. There's a reason I have August 24th in my head as a birthday. I don't know which one. I've had so many. My wife's birthday is Sunday. Uh-oh. Is it his birthday?
No, I'm just pointing to JMR's off.
I thought you were itching your shoulder, too. Well, I think it looks great. I think this is actually the best the YouTube's looked all focus-wise. Because yesterday, a little close. You can see the nose hairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I trimmed them overnight.
Thank you. Good morning, Kevin, Mike, RH. What RH stands for in the YouTube chat?
Ralph Henry.
That sounds real, as a matter of fact. Great pre-show meeting.
Yes.
New segments in the works.
There's a lot of growth potential in that segment.
Lot of growth potential in that segment. That is 100% correct.
Is that going to be released?
At some point, I think we will release it, so heads up.
Honestly, the more I look at it, it's going to be a lot harder to produce than I thought.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Well. Interesting.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll just keep it covered up then.
Mm-hmm. Wiener.
What?
I don't know. I just randomly was
okay.
Schnitzel.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I keep thinking about that guy with the hot dog and the beer.
And the straw. Yeah.
It's not great.
No.
It's not great at all.
Would that guy fit in our conversation from earlier?
100,000%. Yes.
Might be the team captain.
Something about something this morning. So I was saving something for the show. Oh. All right. So quit smoking.
You're done.
This is day one.
You did it.
I did it.
Nice.
Congratulations to me. I'm now not.
When was the last cigarette consumed?
10 something
PM?
Yeah.
10, you're there.
9, yes. And the hard part's over. I've made it.
You've done 8 hours of the full year?
I was actually talking to Katie last night.
You're close.
She was asking me, like, what's the longest? I was like, wow, I said the last time I tried and was successful was for 3 months, 15 years ago, right before Avery was born. I was like, honestly, I think since then the longest I've gone without smoking was the 2 China flights in 2012.
Seriously?
I swear to God.
And what is that? 10 hours?
Oh, it was almost 20. It was like 18,
really?
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
That plane was ripped apart by the end of that.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
Dave ate 3 people.
I ran off that plane when we got to Beijing, and
the plane is smoking. No, it's
me. Remember when? Remember in the cartoons where like Bugs Bunny had like 8 smokes?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty much me. So,
all right.
Obviously, sleeping, no problem.
Yeah.
Don't need to smoke in my sleep.
Right. But you can't figure out how you're going to spend your money yet. I mean, you're almost there. What is that?
I'll tell you what this is. This is my life. My wife has a nervous tick where she likes to pick at her split ends. Yeah, the look you have on your face.
Looks like a spider.
Yeah, it really does. It's a hair spider.
That's just
it's a hider.
And what she does is she'll sit there and like she'll come home, she'll watch TV. She'll have Woodford in one hand and Pickety Pick Pickerton in the other. And
isn't Woodford supposed to help with that?
No, it's not. And
I said supposed to.
That's the weekdays. If it's the weekends, and mommy drunk by noon is sitting here picking at her hair and her split ends, and then what she does is she balls them up and wraps them up with like another hair. Now she claims that almost 100% of the time, she'll grab it and put it in the garbage, which I really don't care.
Yeah.
But she doesn't always, and somehow they float through. Remember in Forrest Gump, the leaf?
Yes.
That's the
feather.
So the feather,
Yeah.
Thank you. So what happens is I do something like I just did. I reach into my pockets, pull out some gum, and I have a bush in my pocket that I'm holding on to right now.
I got a little change in my pocket.
Bueno Arbusto. Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
Going jingling-a-ling. Oh, God. Now you missed the can.
I did. Because it's floating.
The layup.
I should leave.
You guys also need to see Darren Ravel's picture on Twitter. He just tweeted.
Do we?
You do.
It's a visual. This doesn't work for radio, but we're going to.
I know, but we can describe it.
Do it
people.
anyways.
That's what we get paid for.
All right. Roval. Darren.
Why is he just the biggest dork in the world?
Honestly, oh my gosh. He's the king.
He is the captain.
He is the one in our. Okay, so we were having. I'll do the best I can in the pre-show. We were talking about Kevin Durant, and I think it was me, but if it wasn't, it was one of these guys. We basically said, you know what? He's just a, and we called him a male body part that starts with a P. Right?
Yeah,
it's just a. Let's just call it a.
So
rhymes with heinous.
Okay, now I got it.
It's a family show.
Yeah.
And then we just started going through the biggest heinouses in sports. And it's not like an evil person. It's just like you roll your eyes like, God, you're such a. Darren Ravel might be the world's biggest. It's not a bad guy. He's not an evil guy. You look at a picture like this and you go, dude, you are just such a wiener.
he
looks like he bit into a lemon.
Yes, that's actually accurate.
It looks like you know what it looks like. Here, I will tell you exactly what Darren Ravel's face looks like on Twitter. And God bless him. I like Darren. It looks like he went full into all you can eat ribs night the night before. He's on the toilet and he is all kinds of constipated while biting into a lemon. That's the look.
I'm just offended at his attire.
What is Northwestern thing?
It's not that it's Northwestern. That's fine. It's that it's Northwestern with the Irish flag.
Oh God!
I'm Irish. I don't need that.
Is he appropriating
He's
your?
100%. He's not a ginger. First of all,
that's true. He's not.
I am not okay with this
because all Irish.
Yes,
all Irish people are gingers.
It's true.
Yes.
You ever been there?
There must be some Irish in my son.
Well,
Ginger Nation.
You don't have any hint of Irish, you or your wife? You should find out.
Sure, my wife has some Irish in her. I don't know.
What is your European origin?
I am. I don't know. I'm a lot of Eastern European in me.
Okay, what countries specifically? You really don't know this, do you?
I do.
You don't want to say? Are you Russian?
I'm extremely. Why would I not want to say that? I am extremely German.
Okay.
I am incredibly German.
Got it.
I am not the good German at all.
In that case, Jason, what are you, Jason?
I'm a mutt. I'm a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, samesies, but do you have a dominant?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm a mutt.
No Irish, I'm guessing.
I don't believe so. I think I have some German as does Dave.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the good or bad German.
Well, I mean, either way, I'm smacking.
It's actually Herman.
Yeah. Herman?
Yeah.
Well, who's a baseball player that was Herman
Gomez?
Is that who it was?
No, I don't know.
No, there was a baseball player. It's spelled German, but pronounced Herman. I don't remember who.
Play for the A's.
I'm about
Esteban
to
Herman.
taking my first. I've never tasted this stuff.
What is that?
This is a Nicorette.
Oh.
What are you judging for?
Why
I'm not judging.
What? This
other
is the
gum.
gum.
No, the other gum.
I do have it as a supplement. But I'm supposed to do this like a few times a day.
Okay.
Because it has the nicotine in it. So
okay.
It kills kills. I've made it through the whole morning just to see, but it's really hard before the show because that's always my smoking time.
Yes.
So I thought I would try this live because I don't know this stuff. I feel like it's absolutely going to taste like butt.
But if it doesn't, are you gonna be super excited?
Yeah, it's cinnamon.
Okay.
Oh, well, there you go. Flavored.
What could possibly go wrong?
This is a great segment. I'm just smacking. Ugh. There's
a lot going on there.
So here's what just happened.
You made the Darren Ravel face.
You know what? I'm going to make a really good analogy here. This gum is like Advil.
Oh.
It's like the real Advil. Like the outside's
not bootleg Advil.
No, where it's just like orange, but lime. No, this is like it's candy coated and it tastes really good in the beginning. But much like an Advil, when you start chewing it, if you ever chewed an Advil, once you get past the candy coating, it's very I'm supposed to take like 2 chews and then put it between my cheek and gum like I'm chewing. Like
you're
like
thick candy shell.
Your head's a hard candy shell. So it's spicy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You want some?
No, thanks.
I'll give you 4.
I gave it up for Lent.
Anyways, I apologize in advance because I've been doing a lot of reading, and it says that I could be moody. I don't feel moody. I don't feel like I'm in a bad mood. Do I seem like I'm in a bad mood today? I was running late, but okay. No, I mean, be honest. I won't be
I
offended.
feel like you're in your normal mood.
Yep. Okay. Which, well, it said I could be a little extra flighty, which, considering that I learned yesterday that postseason home runs don't count, how are you ever going to know that? And it also said my ADD could be exacerbated. So,
oh Jesus, that means I'm going to be on my A game today.
I need you on your A game with these break times, and we got to go. So now,
flighty.
Now they can sleep in Brooklyn.
Yes,
because there's no sleep.
There's no flightiness going on.
Not at all.
Now.
I mean, that's sharp as all kinds of heck. They can sleep in Brooklyn. The Giants win, and could Jimmy G be staying put? Come on, leading off in 1 minute.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa. Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
We have the best savings of the summer happening right now with up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Or save thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months with up to $10,750 in savings. With interest rates going up, this kind of APR can't last long.
But you're California's #1 truck dealer. That can't be it.
That's right. We also have savings up to $7,500 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Or you can save thousands with the super low 2.9% APR for 72 months. That's up to $7,000 in savings, and we have over 20 to choose from.
Come find your perfect new truck today at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center, or search, select, and save through their full inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$12,000 total net savings on Ram 1500 Bighorns after $6,500 factory rebates and $5,500 dealer discounts. $7,500 total net savings on Ram 1500 Laramie after $1,750 factory rebates and $5,750 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,250 Conquest bonus cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group brand vehicle, and may include $1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualify. Special 2.9 APR and improved credit through Chrysler Financial. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2.9% for 72 months equals $1,560 per thousand borrowed. 5 or more each net savings. See dealer for details.
Let's do it. It's time for Leading Off. Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number 1.
He is the group of guys that I'm supposed to go have a conversation with to ask if I can get respect from. It's just a bunch of what you just make up, like bus riders, bus drivers. Bro, I played a lot of minutes. I shot a lot of shots. I made a lot of shots. What are you talking about?
It's Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Is
Duranting.
defending himself. Kevin Durant's like the guy that just like he runs out in the middle of the battlefield and he gets like shot with arrows like a pincushion. He's like, "Where are you shooting me?" It's like, "Well, you ran out and we're in war. What do you like?"
Yeah, but I wasn't ready.
Right, like,
Don't shoot now.
I have first off, I love Kevin Durant, the basketball player. Like he honestly,
He's getting more and more frustrating, though.
but I mean, no. I mean, like on the court.
I know, but doesn't it feel like that's taking a little bit away from that?
No, absolutely. I love the way he plays. I think he's a tremendous. I mean, everyone who watches basketball thinks that, but like, I kind of want him to retire.
Yeah,
I'm just so tired.
I say this with him. Like, imagine if he was a king. Like, it'd be so frustrating for constantly hearing this from a legendary player. I mean, no one's doubting his talent. Like, what is going on with this guy?
You know, they have like home record. He's a team wrecker. He just goes around and wrecks teams. He wins championships with the Warriors
without seemingly being that bad of a guy.
Right.
But this stuff keeps happening with him.
He doesn't seem like he's a bad, like when he gets loose and really like sits down and talks. I don't know if you ever saw his sit down with David Letterman on that Netflix show. It's actually really good. And that, remember when Letterman was at the press conference, like asking him about, so that was all set up for that, which everyone kind of knew. He's a very intelligent, deep thinking, sensitive dude. And none of those things are bad on the surface. But like, bro, your legacy and your reputation. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You got out of Oklahoma City to go to a 70-win team, and you won your titles. And you know what? I don't begrudge him for that as much as many. I like, okay. And now you go to Brooklyn, and you were calling the shots there, including the head coach. You've got as much. You've got. I mean, honestly, other than those Warriors team, he's got more talent surrounding him than he's ever had. And by the way, he played on a team with Russ Westbrook and James Harden and Serge Ibaka and others. I'm talking about like at that time, James was on the bench and Six Manning and same thing with Russ. Those two, that team, I mean, those two were fantastic, but they reached a ceiling. I don't know what the Nets thing was. I do honestly hope it comes out at some point. But I think it may not come out because it may have just been he was like, I'm just tired of dealing with Kyrie, and now you brought in Ben Simmons.
Right.
And this is too much drama, and I don't want to deal with it.
And he adds more to the drama. Always has.
More drama, bring the drama. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
The 1-0 pitch. A swing, ground ball over to first, behind the bag. Flores has it. He'll take it himself, and that's the ball game. And the Giants hang on here in Detroit. 3-1 the final.
Giants win.
Sure.
Hey, big World Series rematch.
Yes, it was.
I was on that grass that the Giants clinched one of their World Series.
That 4-0 sweep.
Back when Detroit, I love that Fox graphic where they were comparing the two, and they had like starting pitching, and you check who has the advantage. They checked the Detroit side twice, like just kind of rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Well, that was a sweep.
Mm-hmm.
And they continue their winning ways. 3-1. The final. Are the Giants now the front runners for the wild card?
If they could pitch Rodón every day.
He's so good.
Yes, he is.
He really has been the bright spot. He's going to make a lot of money in the offseason. You're worried about his health. That's really all it was. But my goodness, talk about identifying a talent and grabbing that talent really he's a value. I can't remember what he's making, but I want to say it's 10, 11 million, something like that. What a value. Giants 5.5 back of the wild card spot at 500. And honestly, I think that's about where they're going to finish about 500.
Yeah.
Would be my
They're going to need more help to somehow get in, but running out of time, not good enough, that kind of thing.
Number 3.
Cut number 3.
Is he in any way a backup scenario if someone gets hurt? Could he be on this team?
I mean, I think any scenario is possible.
Anything is possible.
Just tweak a little, right? Just tweak everybody a little bit. He's having fun.
Jay Mars doesn't like it.
Yeah?
He said, and I quote, Kyle Shanahan is being a turd.
He did.
You did quote me correctly there. He is being a turd.
What if that's factual?
Hold on. No, really?
Let's hear what he said again.
Is he in any way a backup scenario if someone gets hurt? Could he be on this team?
I mean, I think any scenario is possible.
First of all, define backup scenario.
He'd be the backup.
Yeah.
Then why not just say backup scenario? Why do we need 4 backups?
I don't know, but that's not Kyle's fault. That was the question.
No, but he could have answered the question like, sir, that doesn't exist.
You wanted him to correct him.
I did.
So then, of course, he's not being a turd. I think that's incredibly turd.
Okay. Oh, can we settle on? There was a lot of turding in that entire piece of audio, both from the questioner and the answerer.
Questioner, no problem. Don't even care. Questioners, whatever. Let's Kyle's part. I think it's important to understand there's a difference between being a turd and acting turdly. There is a difference, and I don't think Kyle's a turd. I do think he acts a little turdly sometimes, but in the sense...
He has turd tendencies?
In the sense that he's just like, it gives me... And really when it comes down to is this, it's like Belichick. It absolutely benefits me not at all to say anything truthful to the media.
Yeah.
You guys have your jobs to do, and I appreciate that, and he makes himself available constantly, more than I'd really like him to. But in the end, what's the advantage on giving insight of Jimmy? We're talking to teams right now. Our only interest is trading this guy.
Right. That's their reality.
That's
they want to trade him. I think they're having a difficult time trading him.
You think?
And they've got a few days. Otherwise, he is an asset. So the choice is to cut him, to keep him.
We'll have to get violent. Jeez.
Also, an asset?
He is.
Is he?
Yes.
I think he would be arguably the best backup quarterback in the league.
Does that make him that's a very expensive backup quarterback, number one.
Yes.
I don't know if he's an asset at this point.
This is a playoff caliber team, correct?
Yes.
Trey Lance gets hurt in week 1.
Yes.
Knock on wood, this doesn't happen. Brock Purdy, you good?
Nope.
Well, Sudfeld, I think, would be the backup.
Sudfeld? Okay, you good, though?
I mean, probably not, no.
All right. Jimmy G, you feel better, right?
Well, known commodity.
Yes.
Also, just want to throw this out there because we're late, and you guys can digest it. Are we late or we're not late? I thought you said we had to go.
You did.
You did, right? 1 minute. I mean, yeah.
1 minute till we have to go.
Anyone, it's Kyle Shanahan. Anyone consider the idea that you're just going to play them both at the same time? You're going to have a Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo backfield. Just have 2 guys, 2 quarterbacks.
Split quarterbacks.
Absolutely. Oh, my God. How hilarious. If anyone would do it, it would be Kyle Shanahan.
Develops the split quarterback offense, completely changes the NFL.
Jimmy G takes every snap, but then halftime passes it to Trey Lance, who then passes it. It's just a whole new
misdirection.
Exactly. Misdirection.
Yeah.
She's not married.
No.
That's why we go.
Right.
That's why it's not Mrs. Direction. Did you kill your camera, dude? Oh, R.I.P. camera. Maybe it just needs to plug in and get itself a little bit of extra energy, American energy. That is. Hi. Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I want to talk to you about my friends at American Energy. American Energy. $2,500 off a new HVAC home system installation. What else do you need? Now's the time to replace your system. Get $2,500 off a new HVAC home system installation with 0% financing and payment plans. Those options are all there for you. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort.
For you and your family.
This offer expires a week from today. Don't wait. Do not wait. Get your appointment set and look forward to being super comfy. Like yesterday, for example. Dude, it was like 95 degrees at 10 o'clock outside. It was terrible, and it was humid, and I didn't like it. Dude. Go to AmericanEnergyHere.com. Or call 916-520-9990. That's 520-9990 A+ with the Better Business Bureau, making Sacramento proud since 1981. AmericanEnergyHere.com. Tell Carmichael Dave sent you. Finally, hey, it sounds like the Angels may be for sale, not the heaven ones, the baseball ones. Yeah. What this could mean for a couple of megastars and more. We'll do that next.
Live and local. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Jiffy Lube.
I'm Dirk Rodón in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and another sunny and hot day today. Temperatures will be climbing into the upper 90s, around 100 degrees this afternoon, with winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Jiffy Lube has all kinds of oil change specials and auto maintenance deals going on. Visit JiffyLubeCA.com for $20 off your next oil change and receive a bonus $25 gift card with online submission afterwards. See store for details. Visit Jiffy Lube today for all your oil change and summer driving needs.
From the beginning, they were applauded. The music that sold over 100 million records. Chicago, Saturday, September 10th, 7:30 p.m., Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater. The music of Chicago. For the summer concert schedule and to purchase tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Chicago.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at last year's Elk Grove Dodge, just down the street at McConnell Estates Winery, where they're getting ready to harvest the grapes.
They are, and there's nothing better in the fields than a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab from Elk Grove Dodge.
There is one exception, Vince.
What's that?
How about a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 that's $12,000 off MSRP?
Yeah, you've got me there. Luckily this month, during the Make This the Summer event, I've got over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s and they're all $12,000 off MSRP.
Now that's a deal that's as sweet as the grapes they're picking.
It sure is. Not only can you save $12,000, but these Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s start at only $38,940.
$38,940 for a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4?
Yes, sir.
Should get two.
He should, but only at Lashes Oak Grove Dodge and the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at oakgrovedodge.com.
Include 6,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 347916 S 9622.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, you can actually speak another language. Como si fuera magia.
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
Remember when one of your best players got injured, but not like on a play or anything? He got injured celebrating a play, and it's not like it was a game-winning play or in the playoffs, and he was out the rest of the season because he was injured while celebrating? Yeah.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
New message. What up? It's Heather's cousin. You dated her in college, or maybe you were just in the same class. Anyway, I heard you bought a boat, my man. Let's hit the water. Oh, and Heather told me you always liked snacks and stuff, so I could totally bring some chips.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them, and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Hey, also, I'm a little short on cash, so can you cover the chips? Thanks. I can see why Heather liked you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-897-4400. That's 800-897-4400.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
You know they've been here for a combined 50 years. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
I don't know. We're breaking down the KCA bathrooms here.
Downstairs is palatial.
Downstairs is the executive washroom.
Yes.
That's the one closest to our big boss.
Yeah.
And the stall is massive.
Yeah.
Then the one up here, the bathroom's bigger than the third one, but the stall is tiny. And then
that's the oddest bathroom to me, though.
I went to go use it, and of course, Sir poops a lot behind the glass. As it might as well just be called the J. Morris Memorial Bathroom.
Yeah. Well, that one has the ability for 2 people.
Yeah.
There's never 2 people in there.
No, well, that's the thing. We had a big argument about that. I want to say you were on the show, maybe not. Where I think that's actually a 2-person bathroom.
It is. Well, that's how it's designed.
And the idea is, if you're in there, you don't lock the door.
Right.
But everybody agreed that no, you should lock the door because it's really awkward because everything's so close together.
Mm-hmm.
So I lock the door now, but I don't believe in locking the door. Twitter is tweeting. That's neat. Especially, this is my favorite one. Longtime listener Curtis. This is the quote of the day. Dave, go take a drag. You sound grumpy. Not the same Dave. So I mean, audience is noticing.
Okay.
I don't feel grumpy.
I'm not noticing anything. How's that, the gum? Still with you?
Real quick, I also disagree with Curtis in this sense. I don't think even if you sounded like angry, that we should be promoting you, killing yourself.
And that's what I responded. I said, wow, go have yourself a nice big puff of cancer, because I want to get entertained. You're not the same. I want Smoker Dave back. Non-smoking Dave sucks. What if oh my God, what if that's the case? What if I have smoked every year I've been on the radio? Wow. What if smoking is like the really good musicians with the drugs? Like, what if I'm nothing without it?
Yeah.
Not that I was something with it.
We don't know. We've only experienced 30 minutes. So far, so good.
So far, so good. All right. Well, I'm not selling any baseball teams. Unlike Artie Moreno. What a great segue there. See, Smoker Dave could not have done that. That's a non-smoking segue. Artie Moreno has expressed interest in selling the Angels. What is that even? I'm interested in selling the Angels. Okay, Artie, thank you. Yeah, that means he's gonna sell the Angels.
Yes.
He just needs
once you get to that point, because now you know what your value is worth, and you're like, whoa, I'm gonna make a ton of money.
He is gonna make a ton of money. He bought the team just in 2003. Not that long ago. I mean, long ago, but not like 100 years ago.
Right.
He bought him for $182 million
from Disney.
Yeah. Disney probably wishes they still had him, because they're valued at $2.2 billion.
Wow.
Which means they're probably going to sell for 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 billion, because that's just how it goes. It generally goes a little bit over. It's a Southern California team. It's a Los Angeles team, to be specific. It's even in the title there. But notice I said that he bought the team from Disney in 2003. You know what happened the year before? Giants fans do.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, Dusty Baker took Russ Ortiz out way too early. Barry Bonds was on fire, finally enjoying an amazing postseason. But the Angels and K-Rod ended up winning the whole thing. Then Artie Moreno bought the team, and boy, they've drafted decently. They've had some stars.
They've had plenty of stars.
They've got 2 all-world stars and Anthony Rendon. Like that, they have stars. Artie Moreno I think he's more of those. There's owners that are into the whole winning thing and get it. And then there's the Artie Morenos who understand that he's going to make money every year. And you can't make money on equity. I mean, unless you borrow against it, unless you cash out. He's cashing out. He's going to cash out big time. Now, I don't know how much obviously no one knows how much he's leveraged the team. I'm sure he's borrowed against it, blah, blah, blah. But you're talking about, it's a nice $2 billion profit pre-tax at the end of the day. So, and Artie is also 76? Hey, just turned 76 10 days ago. Happy birthday, Artie Moreno. How was that, Jason? How was that?
It was a weekend.
Okay. So, yeah.
They just have they've got a couple hurdles they're obviously dealing with, because LA's other team, hit the Dodgers, who have a great team, a traditional story, kind of a stadium that's more of a landmark than like this shiny.
Yeah.
Whereas the Angels probably could have gone that route, where like they tore it down and built a brand new state-of-the-art stadium. They don't. They've patched it. It's nondescript to me amongst all the California stadiums. And then they have spent the money, and they've had generational talent there. It hasn't materialized in anything. They're in a tough spot down there.
Yeah, and it's not just, listen, everything. The problem is this. On one hand, Artie Moreno doesn't play any positions. Artie Moreno doesn't, draft the players. He doesn't do the scouting. He doesn't do all that. But ultimately, sports ownership is just about the only thing where anyone else would have fired Artie Moreno by now.
Right.
After, 19, almost 20 years where you've barely sniffed the playoffs, much less contended for a World Series title, and you have all the payroll. I mean, you think about that. We've talked before about how the A's and the Rays are probably the most overachieving teams. The Angels have to be close to the most underachieving team with what they have at their disposal.
In a sport that we say is just light on their stars, or at least pumping them up. They have Trout, they have Ohtani. Two of the biggest draws should be.
Yeah.
And I think attendance-wise, they do okay.
Sure.
But they should be better as a team, better as an organization. And then it opens up the question about those guys' future. They already looked at shopping Ohtani at the deadline.
Sure.
Trout has seemed to be all in on that organization, but he's moving on in his career. He's back now playing again, but is he going to want to taste the playoffs? And is that happening with the Angels so far? No.
I think a lot of that depends on who buys the team, and whoever buys the team. If I'm a billionaire and I'm looking to buy the Angels, I'm probably having a conversation or a dinner with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani before I do, because we talked about Juan Soto being traded, and that's in the middle of the Nationals being sold. It's like you're buying a house and the kitchen, the 3-car garage, whatever, the pool in the backyard might not be there when you get there.
Yeah.
And you have to decide whether or not that's a good thing or not. So there's a lot of decisions there, because it does seem like the Angels are just a money maker. Top 10 in payroll every year, and I'm sure Moreno ain't losing money. So whoever buys that from a business point, great. The problem here, and this is where I really think sports could get fun, and I have long wanted to try to find a way that was fair and equitable. What I'd love to see is hard caps in every sport, and I'd also love to see league-wide revenue dispersed based on success.
Okay.
The more you win, the bigger piece of the pie you get.
Makes some sense.
I do not.
Different than the playoff pools and that kind of stuff?
100% different. I'm talking about everything from merchandise to TV deal to all that stuff.
So huge incentives to win.
Huge incentives, but most importantly, huge disincentives to lose.
Right.
The Kings, for example. The Kings could not win another game. They're going to make money every single year. The Kings were last in attendance last year, making money. And they're not the only ones. In a lot of cases, you have teams all over the country that, because of the real estate deals, or even just the equity they're making off the growth of the team valuation in itself, and the fact that they can leverage that money to do other things. I mean, it gets complicated and incredibly boring, but I'm speaking when fans look at owners like Artie Moreno, or let's be honest, Vivek Ranadive is very much right now Artie Moreno. It's the same type of thing, except not the stars and not the huge market, but neither of them have shown any ability. In fact, Artie Moreno has actually been more successful in the postseason than Vivek has so far. When you think about it, if Vivek Ranadive, the owner of the Kings, worked for Vivek Ranadive, he would have been fired years ago.
Right.
But it's tenure. It's permanent. So if you set up incentives to win, that may very well incentivize owners even more who know they're going to make money every year no matter what, to say, you know what, there are hundreds or tens or hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. We need to win. I need to put my ego away and bring people in that are capable of doing that. Quit playing, pussyfooting around.
They need to get, I just blanked on the guy from the Mets, Cohen. I mean, he came in, spent money to get the team, spent money on the team, and they're ready to go. Yeah.
Got out of the way.
Yep.
That's the thing. What Steve Cohen did is it should be the blueprint for what every owner should do with a distressed team. Come in, make some awesome statements at your press conference, spend a ton of money, and then shut up and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Don't try to come up with any fun ideas. Don't bring your logic and philosophy from your world into. No, you're not going to groundbreak. You're not going to trailblaze. You're not going to do it. No, don't just sign the check and shut up and go root in the front row, and you'll be fine, and your fans will love you. We'll take a break. Nick Saban got a nice raise. Even so, I think he might be the most underpaid person in sports. Yeah, we'll explain next.
You ask for more 49ers coverage, and Sactown Sports 1140 listen.
Let's go, Niner gang!
Get all the latest 49ers news and notes online at SactownSports.com. Plus, make sure to follow us on IG at Sactown1140 for Emil Fergoso's live post-game show following every game.
That is what we expect out of the Niner gang. Niners win!
Your home for the most 49ers coverage in Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned certified cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our certified cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Safe is such a great word. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. Safe just makes me feel secure with a sense of comfort. And in these turbulent times, finding anything that makes you feel protected is good for the soul. Being a member of Safe keeps your money local, gives you access to lower rates and higher dividends, while also giving you a sense of comfort that comes from knowing that your money is, well, safe. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
It's time to trade in and trade up. Get top dollar for your trade at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With new Hondas arriving daily, now's the time to trade up. Shop in person or online and pre-select your vehicle today at FolsomLakeHonda.com. Then pick it up when it arrives. It's that easy. Hurry in and get low APR financing while it lasts. Hurry to Folsom Lake Honda or visit FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda. Your one-stop Honda shop.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas.
Small businesses are the backbone of America. Yet when it comes to workers' comp insurance, you rarely get the savings you deserve. That's because insurance companies tend to lump you in with other businesses, and you can get overcharged. At Pi Insurance, we're on a mission to change that. With Pi, you get a quote specific to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. If you like savings, take 3 minutes to see how much you could save at trypi.com. Pi makes workers' comp insurance as easy as pie, with friendly representatives just a call away. No wonder customers rate our service excellent on Trustpilot. You work hard to build your business and keep your employees safe. You deserve more from your workers' comp provider. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's trypie.com.
Dealing with an outdated printer that just can't keep up with you? Visit Staples and upgrade to a new HP Envy Inspire with HP Plus, HP's best home printer. And it comes with 6 months of free ink. It prints everything you need, from homework and work documents to incredible photos and more with amazing quality. Right now, save $70 on the HP Envy Inspire 7955E, available at Staples. Offer valid through August 27th. See staples.com/HP Plus for details.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
The first hole-in-one in golf history happened in 1868, or was it 1869? A photo of the original scorecard from Scotland's Prestwick Golf Club shows that young Tom Morris made a 1 on the 8th hole during the Open Championship. On the original scorecard, however, 1869 was scratched out and 68 was written in its place. Confusion reigned in the 1930s when all the scorecards were collated, with the 1869 date being changed to 1868. But vintage newspaper reports from the local press confirmed that 1869 was indeed the correct year. The station hole, 166-yard par 3 on Prestwick's original 12-hole layout, is where the ace was made. Young Tom Morris was 18 years old at the time and would go on to defeat the 13 other players in the field by 9 shots. He even beat his father, Old Tom Morris, by 23 shots. A year earlier, young Tom became the youngest champion in tournament history at 17, a record that stands today. He went on to win 4 Open Championships in a row. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
I do too sometimes.
I mean, really, what's the point though? I don't. I'm lying. I don't. I don't. No.
Are you sunglass inside guy? Not a good look.
You know, I think it's a terrible look. Honestly, the only time I've ever worn, it's like I wish I had a sign on me that said it too. The only time that I can remember I've ever worn sunglasses inside, it was actually at a Kings game, and I felt like such a
Why?
Because I was getting a migraine and the lights were super bothering me. So I went out to my car and got my glasses because I had to stay at the game. But boy, that is a horrible place to have a headache. And so I'm just sitting there the whole time, like. And by the way, they really didn't help. I thought they might help because the lights were I was really sensitive to the lights. They didn't, and so. And I'm sure I got quite a few like, oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wearing his shades inside.
Eating his brownies. And
yeah, it really is a bad look. And why But why is it that tons of celebrities and athletes don't see that?
Yeah. That was my looking for in Vegas. A lot of the basketball players, I'm like,
are wearing the shades inside
guy. Come on.
Which is a worse look? Sunglasses indoors guy or glasses without the lenses guy? Like the fake eyeglasses. Didn't Paul Pierce do that a bunch? Was it Paul Pierce? Maybe Russ.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're wearing and they don't even have the glass in them.
Yeah.
It's just the spectacles.
That's bad.
Like, what is the point of that?
Fashion.
Alabama's Nick Saban got a raise. For a short time this summer, Kirby Smart, head coach of Georgia.
I think that's what generated this raise.
Well, of course it is.
Our guy's got to be the highest paid guy in all of the land.
They should both have those clauses, and then next year they're both making $800 billion. Yeah. Kirby Smart was the highest paid at a public university, that is. Saban got a 1-year extension that has him signed through 2030. When he will be 78 years old.
Okay. He'll still be able to coach if he wants to.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, is he gonna? Does he really want? It's always like
he seems like a lifer to me, like to keep going. As much as he can be rough around the edges, looks like he enjoys what he's doing.
But it's also like, Nick, you're richer than Richie Rich. You're 71?
Yeah, but I think he's enjoying himself.
I'm sure he's got grandkids and stuff, right? Why not just enjoy? I guess
you picture him having the grandkids over.
No.
Come sit on Grandpa
Saban's lap.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa Saban. Yeah, let me draw up a play for you kids. Here you go. And
call me Coach, please.
Yeah. Yes. Coach Grandpa.
Yeah. Before you come over here, let's run some drills.
I'm looking at Birmingham, Alabama on Redfin right now. I'm doing that just to give you an idea of how
Tuscaloosa.
Well, because I don't think they're in Tuscaloosa because it's easy. To live in Alabama is not expensive. I'm looking at houses right now for $85,000.
Wow.
Now that doesn't mean that every house is $85,000, but $300,000. I mean, they're 370. Here we go, Jason. $1.2 million.
Whoa.
That hasn't even been built yet. Sorry. I'm trying to find 585,000. No, that's a crappy one. I'm just saying it's not exactly. My point is, I was trying to find a really good example. It's cheap to live in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine, cheap to live in Alabama, excuse me. I can only imagine what Nick Saban is paying in Tuscaloosa. But my guess is he has Sabanville. And it's a compound with a moose in front, the whole thing.
But you're in Alabama.
He's going to make $11.7 million a year on average. All right.
That's just salary too, by the way.
What else would you add in? Endorsements?
Or other things.
Or yeah. Because here's the thing. $11.7 million for Nick Saban is silly. It's honestly, he probably at worst, I would say, is worth quadruple that, I would say. I think Nick Saban for a major university is a $40 to $50 million guy. And I know that sounds absurd on the surface, but it's what Nick Saban brings.
Yeah.
It's everything he brings for a college team. In the NFL, you draft your players, you sign your players. Aaron Rodgers has played for the Packers forever. Derek Carr has been there for a long time. We go through the list, especially in basketball and even baseball, for example. You're not gonna. Here's one thing: you're not gonna find any Adonis Haslams in college because they can be there for 5 years max. That's a 5th-year senior. You are turning over your entire team every 3 to 4 years, and you have to continually fill that pipeline. As you know, there's just nobody. There's nobody better in the history of the game than Nick Saban. And not that Alabama doesn't have this proud tradition, Bear Bryant comes to mind. And then was it Gene Stallings?
Yeah.
But Alabama was not. This is Alabama's golden age.
Oh, for sure.
And it's with Nick Saban.
And I mean, whether you take it for what it's worth, what he said last year was a rebuilding year.
Yeah.
They were in the championship. I don't know if he's right, but if that's how he feels,
I think he does.
If that's a rebuilding, quote, down year and you make it to the championship, man, that's how good they are.
He's basically created expectations where if they don't win the title, it's a complete failure. And not like one of those things where you hear owners or GM, it's always championship, but they don't really think that. No, I think legitimately, if they don't win a championship in Alabama every year, it's like rebuilding.
Right.
And what does that mean? This is a guy that went to LSU and went 48-16. He gets the Crimson Tide job in 2007. And just to give you an idea as to how crappily Alabama was playing, they were 2-6 in his first year while he was coaching with almost entirely somebody else's roster. The very next year, they go 12-2. The very next year after that, his third year, they go 14-0 and win the national title. They take a year off at 10-3. National title.
10-3 is a year off.
Right, exactly. Yeah. 10-3, which, by the way, other than that 2-6 year, is the most games he's lost at Alabama. That's his worst record, is 10-3. He's had 2 undefeated campaigns, a ton of one-loss campaigns, 178-25 at Alabama.
That's incredible.
For the moneymaker that sport is, for the amount of money Alabama football brings in, you're paying Nick Saban $11 million.
Yeah, it's one of those things, that whole campus, I mean, they might have prestigious programs and other things. They're known for that. And Saban's the biggest name on that campus.
That is 100% true. That is 100% what they are known for. The Giants won last night in Detroit. Another great outing from Carlos Rodón. And he's getting close to some Giants history as well. We'll step foot on the diamond next.
The start of the NFL season is upon us, and Sactown Sports 1140 has all your coverage. Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and of course, all the NFL action every Sunday. Your home for the NFL all season long. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few things that Cordell & Cordell is doing to help. We have now reduced our initial deposit or retainer. Also, there's no longer a charge for initial consultations for those who retain. And finally, we now provide on the front end a maximum fee pledge for certain modification and support.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center, and another sunny and hot day today. Temperatures will be climbing into the upper 90s, around 100 degrees this afternoon, with winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It only comes once a year, the spectacular Labor Day sales event at the Roseville Auto Mall. We've got thousands of vehicles to choose from, and they're all on sale. Don't miss out on the savings. It's the Labor Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
We have the best savings of the summer happening right now, with up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, or save thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months, with up to $10,750 in savings. With interest rates going up, that kind of APR can't last long.
Oh, any special pricing on Dodges?
We're really excited to have savings up to $4,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Dodge Charger SXTs, or thousands in savings with an incredible 0% APR for 72 months. And yes, you heard that right. 0% on new 2022 Dodge Charger SXTs.
0% when all you hear about is rising interest rates is unbelievable. It's your small town dealership with big city selection and savings. Search, select, and save through their full inventory now at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
4,000 total net savings after 6,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance the price qualify. And 150 Conquest cash. Must own or lease non-FCA group vehicle. 4,000 total net savings on Charger SXT after 3,000 factory rebates and $1,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include $500 returning lessee cash for lessee of non-FCA brand vehicle. 0% and 2.9% special APRs through Chrysler Capital on approved credit. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2.9% for 72 months equals $1,516 per $1,000 borrowed. 0% for 72 months is $1,389 per $1,000 borrowed. 5 each savings dealer for details.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Flex. It's a better way to watch.
Well, the A's top prospect, the catcher Shea Langolier, has made quite an impression over his first week in the big leagues. Of his first 6 major league hits, 1 was a home run, 3 were doubles, and 1 was a triple. And his throwing has been great. He cut down the first runner trying to steal second against him in the first inning of his first start, and that was the ex-Athletic Marcus Semien. Ken Korak to tell you there's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there are a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest reliable network, the protection of security edge, and a reliable 5G network powering your mobile devices. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Log on to business.comcast.com for technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Celebrate the crowning of the NTT IndyCar Series champion at the season finale Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, September 9th through 11th. International athletes hitting 180 miles per hour as they roar by. Experience autograph sessions, Ferris wheel, go-karts, and delicious Monterey cuisine. And don't miss IndyCars descending the famous corkscrew at astounding speed and accuracy. Tickets are on sale at WeatherTechRaceway.com. Don't miss IndyCar racing and the season finale September 9th through 11th. It's the fastest action in America.
Hey, it's Carmichael Day from my good friends at American Energy, and you know now's the time to replace your system, and you can get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation, 0% financing, and payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Offer expires 8/31. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com, your second opinion partner.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton and Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, just down the street at McConnell Estates Winery, where they're getting ready to harvest the grapes.
They are, and there's nothing better in the fields than a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab from Elk Grove Dodge.
There is one exception, Vince.
What's that?
How about a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 that's $12,000 off MSRP?
Yeah, you've got me there. Luckily this month, during the Make This the Summer event, I've got over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, and they're all $12,000 off MSRP.
Now that's a deal that's as sweet as the grapes they're picking.
It sure is. Not only can you save $12,000, but these Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s start at only $38,940.
$38,940 for a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4?
Yes, sir.
Should get 2.
He should, but only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Include 6,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 347916 and 9622.
If you want to hit the golf ball farther and straighter, the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers you the opportunity to experience the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA Tour professionals. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is an indoor facility that opens onto the driving range so you can see your all-important ball flight. With the advantages of cutting-edge technology and analyzing your ball flight, the Hagen Oaks professional staff will make you a better player. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, or call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
Check the game from the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports 1140.
All right, made it through the first hour.
Yes. How you doing?
That was a long break too. Those are the tough ones.
Those are the challenges for you.
I just basically walked laps around the upstairs.
Good. Get your steps in.
Took some regular gum. Mixed it with my other gum.
And the other times that you've tried to, do you feel like you eat more or eat less? Is there a difference? Same?
You know, they say you always gain weight when you quit smoking. We'll see.
Okay.
I probably will. The last time I quit, I was a much younger lad. But I think I'm gonna. The thing is that I can already tell you, I've like so much ridiculous nervous energy right now that I'm probably gonna work out like 17 times at home. I'm gonna do something. Like I can't. Like I want to walk around right now. I want to disconnect this microphone and take it remotely and just walk around.
Porch sitting.
Go up to the porch sitting. We could rip off porch sitting. No problems there. The Giants.
We have an interesting porch.
Oh my God! I never thought of that. Could you imagine porch sitting now? Ha! Porch sitting was an old Don Geronimo bit. If you don't remember, a Don and Mike bit, and Don brought it out here where you would take the microphones, go outside, and just sit and just kind of observe the world.
Yeah.
And comment on it, and not in a radio voice. He would always say, "We're not doing radio. We're just talking to each other. That's it. Just talking." And when Don and Mike did it, it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But here with our surroundings, yeah, Don would have already had some form of Olympics going, like all kinds of things. I can promise you that. The Giants had a baseball game going last night, and Evan Longoria, all 51 years of him, he could still swing a bat.
Pitch to Longoria. He swings and blasts it high and deep. Left field, way back. It's gone. Evan Longoria launches one to left. A 2-run shot. It's 3-0 Giants.
That would hold up.
Yes. A 1-0 pitch. A swing. Ground ball over to first behind the bag. Flores has it. He'll take it himself. And that's the ball game. And the Giants hang on here in Detroit. 3-1 the final.
3-1 the final. The Giants beat the hapless 30 games under 500 Detroit Tigers. Carlos,
what you need to do.
Carlos Rodon's just been fantastic. 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, just 5 hits, did not walk any, allowed 1 earned run. He's now 12-6 with a 2.81 ERA, and he's tied for the major league lead with Garrett Cole in strikeouts. Is Rodón going to win the Cy Young? No, I don't think so. But at 29 years old, and he'll be 30 this offseason, 6'3", 245. He's a big boy, but he seems to be back and healthy and really one of the better pitchers in baseball this year.
Well, you can see the formation of what could be successful for this team if you start Webb and Rodón in your 1-2 punch. That's really good. But you know, the one thing we were kind of saying even before the show about this, it feels like one of the things the Giants got right in signing him. But they also were looking at maybe dealing him at the break. And is this going to be a situation where, you know, the Giants never traded Madison Bumgarner and never got any value for him, and then he's not the same pitcher, and it just that set them back. I don't know what they could have gotten for him, what the offers were, but I could see the argument going forward with him. But what other elements does this team need? The team needs a lot of stuff around the everyday players.
And he is an enigma. Like, Carlos Rodon's situation is going to be crazy because he's obviously opting out. Like, come on.
Yeah, payday's coming.
But here's the thing. He's going to be 30 in December. All right, well, that's not, Justin Verlander's going to win the Cy Young.
Right. 39, yeah.
But here's the crazy thing about him. He spent 7 seasons with the White Sox, and obviously he had injury issues for a couple. His ERA those years, 3.75, 4, 4.15, 4.18, 5.19, 8.22.
Wow.
And then last year, 2.37, and then this year, 2.81. Now, if this was 20, 30 years ago, I'd say, well, this guy's juicing. That's exactly what you'd say when you see a difference like that quickly. But we've heard people talk about how he's found certain pitches, things clicked for him. Sometimes it clicks later in your career. Whatever it may be, Carlos Rodón has figured it out. But you have a little bit of an injury history there. You have he's going to be 30 in the offseason thing. And also, let's just be honest, Carlos Rodón has been an average to bad pitcher for most of his career.
Yeah.
And these last 2 years have really been outliers.
Right.
I don't know if I'm the Giants, if I'm any team, I'll happily bring him back on a nice, decent deal. But if I'm Carlos Rodón, I'm asking for, and I'm probably getting somewhere around 4 years, $120 million.
Yeah, someone's going to pay him for that based off these last 2 years, specifically this year with the Giants. Someone will pay him that.
Yeah, somebody will. And why shouldn't he? Of course he should take that.
Yeah.
Either way.
But should the Giants do it?
No, I wouldn't.
So then why didn't they deal him? Like, that's the thing. Like, if that's not part of the plan to keep him,
right,
you had to get something for him.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
They 100%
They missed.
And they should have, by the way, don't Madison Bumgarner that year, too.
Yes.
It's just they that's not how they operate. What about, could this guy get dealt, by the way?
Hit in the air to deep left. It is high. Mid is far. There it is. Gone. Oh, what a judgy blast. All rise. Here comes the judge.
Just saying, if the Yankees can't re-sign him.
Yeah.
There's a deal.
For Giants?
To the A's.
To the A's. They finally spend the money.
Former A, Aaron Judge, returns home. Because wasn't he drafted by the A's?
I don't believe so.
He wasn't. I thought he was drafted by the A's.
I thought it was always the Yankees. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong, too. Linden's Aaron Judge.
That's right.
I just feel like Aaron Judge and the A's had some sort of early connection, but that also could just be weird brain cells firing in a weird way for me.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Yankees.
He was drafted by. He was not drafted by. Okay. Well, again, maybe that was just a fun story I read somewhere, but that's in my brain for a reason. What else do I have for you on baseball? Aaron Judge continues to do his thing. We continue to follow Albert Pujols.
Yeah, nothing yesterday.
Oh,
Jason, sorry, did the research on that. Dave is correct.
I am.
The Oakland Athletics selected him 31st in the 2010 MLB draft, but he opted to enroll at Fresno State.
Okay. So then he was drafted later by the Yankees.
Yes. I just remembered there was some connection between Aaron Judge and the A's at some point. And then, obviously, he's always been a Yankee.
32nd pick for the Yankees in the 2013 draft.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Hey, good pick by them. And he continues to kill it.
Like everything else, the A's had the right idea.
They had the right idea. They just,
They could have Kyler Murray and Aaron Judge right now.
What kind of you know what? That's an interesting thought exercise. What kind of baseball player would Kyler Murray have been? If Kyler Murray right now so far in his career as a football player is 100%, what percent of that, how good is he as a baseball player?
I mean, he had all the skill. He was picked that high, right? He wasn't picked number one like he was in the NFL draft, but he was a high first-round pick by the A's, and they thought he could be a generational type player.
Do you think Kyler Murray would be, had he gone the baseball route, do you think he would be 3/4 of the baseball player as he is a quarterback?
Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, 2-time Pro Bowl. I mean, so that means you think he would have made an All-Star team as a
Yeah, I think so. Part of it too, remember the A's have to have one. And
that's true.
It's not that you're voted, but if he's producing any kind of numbers, and he's a name coming out of college as a football player,
just play both.
Yeah, that'd be
Go
fun.
Dion.
Yes,
Dion took a helicopter. He took a helicopter in between Braves and Falcons.
Yeah,
games.
we had that time where it was Dion, Bo, Bryant, Jordan.
Yes,
3 really good players in both sports.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Now
it's not a thing.
Not a thing. Very, very quickly, since we're on baseball, and we'll hit this a little bit later. Here's Fernando Tatis Jr. He spoke yesterday, and boy, did he speak.
I would like to start this day, by saying I'm truly sorry. I'm really sorry. I have let so many people down. I have lost so much love from people, but I have failed. I have failed to all of them. I have failed to the front office, the San Diego Padres, Peter Seiler, AJ Preller. I have failed to every fan of this city. I have failed to my country. I have failed my family, parents. I'm really sorry for my mistakes. I have seen how my dreams have turned into my worst nightmares. A couple days, a couple months. But there's no other one to blame than myself. I haven't made the right decisions on this past few weeks, month, even starting at the beginning of the year. I have made a mistake, and I have regretted every single step that I have taken in these days. But there's a long way going forward. It's a very long way going forward. And I'm going to remember how this feels. And I'm going to make myself never be in this position ever again. I know I had a lot of love I have to gain back. I have a lot of work to do. It's going to be a very long process to gain everybody's trust again, to gain that love back that I have stabbed straight to the heart. To every fan, to every baseball fan, I'm learning. I'm maturing. I've been dealing with a lot, but still, there has been no excuse for every mistake that I have made in the last few days. But like I mentioned, I'm gonna make sure that I'm never back in this position again, and I'm gonna do everything in my power, everything in my strength, everything that I can do in the field, out of the field. Better teammate. The distraction that I have been is just something unacceptable, something I have no excuse, and something that it needs to be redeemed right now, in the moment. I know there's been a lot of talk out there, but it's with actions. It's with action that I'm gonna start beginning doing.
There's more. I think you get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. You never know in these situations if he really thinks that, if the
Right.
agent told him he had to do it. I'd like to think that he really feels that way because, I don't know, what's the motivation? He's going to get paid no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I give people the benefit of the doubt, but to me, it's now about the actions, right?
Right. And here's the thing. I have a problem giving him the benefit of the doubt because there is a history of him making poor decisions. I mean, the whole reason this year he didn't start out playing was because he broke his wrist being, silly.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about a guy who grew up with a major league dad, who grew up in dugouts, who's been around the game his whole life, and has probably been everyone's number one prospect or top 5 prospect. We talked about this with basketball players last year for his whole life. There's a sense of entitlement and untouchability that comes with that. And this, hopefully, all I can say is this: the best thing for Fernando Tatis Jr. to do right now is to humble himself. Just humble yourself, dude. You get one shot at this. You have God-given gifts and obviously work to go with it. He's had to work on this game. Don't take it for granted, man.
Yeah.
Because he truly is a very fun talent.
Absolutely. And he's been loved, and now this is the kind of thing that tarnishes that he's got to work himself on to clean up that image again.
The B teams in big cities, this can be a fun conversation going through the Jets and the Mets and those types, and what they can do. What can they do to become the team in their city? Who's the number 1 pick in your fantasy draft? All those football drafts are coming up real quick. Dave Richards going to join us, I hope, here very, very soon. Back again for, I think, year 10 with us to help you with your fantasy teams. And another former Chief takes a bit of a swipe at Patrick Mahomes. A lot of stuff to get to. 3 for Madness is next.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hi, guys. It's Andrew. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, August 24th, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Coastside Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. Even Cambridge has studied our technology. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce powerful results to intimacy in minutes. You're going to love that, guys. And today only, we're offering 6 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,200. But call today, Wednesday, and qualify totally free. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Coastside Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 916-603-2000.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
On and on we roll. 3 for Madness. J Mars. I gotta be honest. I'm really paranoid right now because I'm
just right now.
I don't know. I'm especially paranoid today because I'm really concerned that like I'm going to be snappy or mean or forgetful or strange. But it really is like it's very interesting, and it's probably too early for official withdrawals. By the way, I quit smoking this morning. But my head really is, like when they show like an atom and everything is bouncing around, all the little molecules and stuff like that's what I feel incredible.
Oh, ATOM.
Yes, not atom.
I was thinking atom.
I guess the right word is I feel incredibly like tweaky. Like,
Really?
Like I'm gonna go home and clean. Yeah, very, very energetic. But I think that's something to do with what's going on. So, yeah, just let me know if I'm getting weird. I mean, other than right now.
I don't know. I think I'll kind of keep it that way.
Question 1.
All right. If you're the Jets, the Nets, the Mets.
That is so weird too, right? Like
Jets, Nets, Mets. Yeah. The White Sox, the Angels, the Clippers, the Chargers. I think you know where we're going with this. How do you become, quote, the team in your town and or city?
You
move.
I don't think you do. I don't think it's possible.
I think it takes like years.
You would have to like have a Spursian run.
Yeah.
And the other team would have, like, the Clippers could win. The Clippers could go on a Warrior-esque run, and it would be closer, and they would have a ton of fans, and blah 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 blah. They're never going to take over the Lakers.
How about the Nets though? Like the Nets have the components,
sure,
and the Knicks have been really bad for a long time. Like if it's too bad the Nets made a couple of trips to the finals.
Yes,
but this group, like if they had truly won a title or two or stayed really, really good for a long time. I don't know. I think it has to be years and decades.
Right. Like you're talking about the Knicks, the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like the Mets are never. But it is really funny how that works in these big cities. There's always like your blue chip name brand team.
Yeah.
And then there's like your bootleg second team.
Right. But
like,
those are still incredibly popular. It's just not
popular,
the same.
fun to root for.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're the blue collar. And then you have your wine and cheese. And by the way, you could have thrown the A's in there. I mean, you truly could have.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like
I mean, two different cities, but you're correct.
But in 2 different cities. But honestly, the A's are closer to the Giants than some of these teams are. For example, Cubs, White Sox, etc. There's that big mileage difference. Point being, the Bay Area was never maybe
I'd
in the
say
70s.
The 70s and the 80s, the A's were very popular.
So I take that back. It's been a long time. And really the Giants are kind of like that. They're that Nordstrom. And then the A's are like the pick and save. And I know that's callback. But like same thing with even though the Mets, like the Mets are never going to be the Yankees. They're historic. The Miracle Mets that like they have their own history to them. They're a bona fide, they're a real franchise. They're not just, on the fridge with a magnet. They're a real franchise. But the Yankees,
White
Sox,
Lakers, just not going to pass those.
You're never passing the cut. The White Sox are one of the oldest, most storied teams in baseball.
Could the Chargers pass the Rams?
The thing is this. I think LA thinks San Diego is dumb. And I think they just look at now I will tell you this. The Raiders 100% could have passed the Rams.
Oh, yes.
100% could have passed the Rams and probably would have.
I think they would have.
And the Rams are the historic franchise of LA. Not that the Raiders don't have history there, but the Chargers.
That's what the Rams were afraid of.
Yes. And they got their wish.
I feel like LA looks at San Diego the way like Bay Area looks at Sacramento.
That's exactly. I think you're exactly right, except San Diego's a wonderful city.
Way cooler.
Right. But you just you can't do it. It's really hard.
I think the Clippers,
No.
Hold on.
Nope.
Hear me out.
I will hear you out, but no.
Hear me out. Should the Lakers, once LeBron James, like if they just continue to suck the way they did the last 10 years, and the Clippers drafted the next generational talent in the NBA. By generational, I mean the next LeBron or MJ, and just went on some insane streak. That particular city is so what have you done for me lately that it could possibly happen.
You think the Angels could do the same thing with the Dodgers?
No, because I don't think the Dodgers will ever have a run like the Lakers of just ineptitude.
But I'm saying in your world, the Angels get a new owner and go on this crazy run and
the Dodgers suck for a long time.
Maybe,
it's possible.
Because I would say
the only difference is though you have the two teams, the Lakers and Chargers, and this is a small difference. They're both LA based, where the Angels are OC based. There is a difference.
But
there.
I also think with the Clippers, there's a little something in common there. I think there's still people in LA that look at them like, yeah, there's some San Diego transplants. It's the second team LA has sucked up from San Diego.
Put it this way: all of these teams are contrarian teams.
Yes,
you root for them if you're a contrarian,
and they won't overtake.
If you put A's fan, Mets fan, Clippers fan, Jets fan, all in the same room and sat them down and did psychology tests.
They're all contrarians.
They're going to be the ones that wear the Modest Mouse shirts. They're the ones that are going to drink the chocolate oatmeal cinnamon stout that you've never heard of because it's a real
They
beer.
don't get Cheerios. They get Toasted O's.
100%. They recycle.
Hydrox.
They recycle.
They grew up with GoBots instead, and they thought GoBots were better because they were metal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Number 2.
Question 2.
Let me tell you something. You know who's in that group? Christopher Laud.
Yeah.
Is
if Christopher Laud lived in LA, he's a Clipper and Angel fan.
Absolutely.
Charger fan. Season tickets, Galaxy.
He'd be no. He'd be an LAFC fan. He would not be a Galaxy or Galaxy 2. No way, man. That's corporate. Sell it out.
You guys have the first pick in your fantasy football league. Who are you taking?
Can you trade the first pick?
Wow.
It depends on the league.
Yeah.
Because, number one pick, if I'm in a 10-man league and I could trade the number one, usually it would be, can I trade the number one pick for the 4 and maybe your last pick? Something like that. I don't know. I'd so much rather pick 3, 4, 5.
Absolutely. 6. Let others make the decision.
But you have number one. Take somebody.
So I think for me, it's going to be between Taylor, Henry, and McCaffrey.
That sounds like a law firm, by the way.
Taylor, Henry, McCaffrey, it is. Do I want to go Taylor? That's who it was last year. Do I want to go Henry? That's who everyone picked number 1 last year.
Yep.
Or do I want to go McCaffrey because if he's healthy, he's better than both of them overall? So I'm probably going to go McCaffrey.
I would probably do McCaffrey as well on that pick because last year, I got Taylor, and I'm going to say I got him in the 4th round, and it just feels like he was the running back that had that year. So why is that not going to be Elijah Mitchell? Why is that not going to be Dalvin Cook? Why is that not going to be? I don't know.
I like how you mentioned a 49er running back and a Florida State running back.
There you go.
And I think
super cute.
Running backs change. The quarterback list basically is the same every year. The running backs change, and Taylor was not a number 1 pick. Now he is, and I'm going to guess next year he will not be.
I think it would be very interesting to do a thought exercise, Jay, where you go back through let's say the last 10 fantasy football drafts. I'm very curious, the consensus number 1 pick every year, would they have been the number 1 pick at the end of the year in retrospect?
Right.
And I'll bet you out of the last 10 years, at least 8 of those times the answer would be no.
Yeah.
Where did people get Cooper Kupp last year?
Right. And now he's a top 5 guy, and he's great.
Yeah.
Just,
And there's going to be
someone will have a year like that. And maybe it's Najee Harris for Pittsburgh.
Yes.
It's next year we'll go, he's clearly the number 1 because of this past year when you got him in the 5th round and then.
Yep. Exactly. All right. It's not 2 for madness. It's 3 for madness. But we're running out of time. So we've spent a little bit of time on this stuff. So we're gonna save our 3rd one, which involves a little bit of, let's just say Tyreek Hill throwing shots. Was Tyreek Hill throwing? Is Devontae Adams throwing? Yeah, what's going on here? Well, we've got some audio for you. In the meantime, though, I want to talk to, as we do every couple weeks, my good friend Shelby, refinancewithshelby.com, United Wholesale Lending. And I say talk to Shelby every couple of weeks, but this is actually a good thing to bring up. I talked to Shelby, I think it was the day before. Yeah, it was. It was the day before yesterday. Shelby and I talked. You know what happened? I called him and he picked up. And not because I'm a radio guy, but because we did a refinance together. And it's the same thing with all of you. That's why you want to deal with somebody who's local, because you can call them, whether it's during your loan or years after you've completed that loan. And I had some legit, I won't get into on the air, but some legit questions about real estate and the market and some stuff I'm dealing with for a family member. And Shelby was on the phone with me for a good long time, kind of helping me lay out the whole road. And that's the type of service you get. So thank you, Shelby. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, always good talking to you. Yeah, it's only been a couple days, but I think, before we get into the nuts and bolts, I know that that's a big thing with you. We talk about it all the time, Shelby. You're local. Peter's local. Your whole team is local. And it's not just one of those deals where you're going to talk to your folks while you're doing a loan, and then once the loan funds, you're gone. It's not just me. I guarantee you, you obviously have a long-term relationship with, I'm sure, hundreds of your ex and current borrowers.
Absolutely. We create a roadmap that's individual to the consumer and show them how to win. And there's two ways that consumers are winning right now. One, they're finding scared sellers in the market, people that have to sell, people's homes that have been on the market for anything over 18 days. Then you can really start to negotiate a good deal on your buy, okay? Mm-hmm. So that's a really good opportunity. Another really good opportunity that everyone is missing out on is shopping your interest rates. Not enough people are shopping the bank that they're working with. They go with whatever lender that their realtor sends to them, and they're not even shopping it. And everybody needs to know you do not need to get your credit ran in order to shop your interest rate. You don't even need to fill out the application. You just need a copy of that loan estimate and shop it around. Call me, shop it with me. I will give you a better deal and beat their interest rate and beat their fees.
I've seen it firsthand. I really have. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. Give them a call. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 01864354. We will take a break. When we come back, that third three for madness question, and also those Brady rumors. They were bound to get back to Derek Carr. Was there jean jacket, stonewash clothing throwing? Did he throw on Nickelback on his headphones and vent and seethe? We'll tell you next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Rodón in the KCRA 3 Weather Center, and another sunny and hot day today. Temperatures will be climbing into the upper 90s, around 100 degrees this afternoon, with winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
New Kia inventory has been arriving at Folsom Lake Kia. Check out the deals on all the new Kia models. You can even buy with zero down with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, your family-owned Kia dealership for over 20 years.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, you can actually speak another language. Como si fuera magia.
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
Remember when one of your best players got injured, but not like on a play or anything? He got injured celebrating a play, and it's not like it was a game-winning play or in the playoffs, and he was out the rest of the season because he was injured while celebrating? Yeah.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. On Sactown Sports, 1140.
from the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
By the way, you can watch us on YouTube. You can view the entire show.
Uh-huh.
It's over there on YouTube. Sactown Sports. Look it up. There's a show that says live. Click on the live one, and they'll see you guys. Chris Guerrero said GoBots were better than Transformers. Your thoughts?
Shocking. And to repeat the words of a great man I know, Chris is on one this morning. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, he's definitely coming. It's been a while since
maybe he stopped smoking.
No, but he certainly has a ton of advice for me, including offering me all kinds of illicit things to help me through the smoking that really, or the not smoking, which really won't help. Like during the break, I did 4. So it was only a minute and a half break. I did 4 laps around.
Oh, wow. You're getting your steps
Get your steps in. You got to go up and down the stairs. I think that'll really help. No, seriously.
You did before.
Out.
I did. Yeah, that's true. I could do steps. I've chipped on a little chipping.
Yeah,
green.
a little wild, though. A little erratic.
I've had, I've had 3 of these bottles of water. They say drink a lot of water.
Okay.
Because you're flushing your system out.
Watching you go through withdrawals live on the air has been an interesting experience this morning. I've just been kind of taking it in.
It is weird. It is just weird. The effects of what is, by all accounts, a drug addiction. I mean, honestly, I probably should have done this like on a vacation. But
no, you shouldn't have actually.
No, just do it laid out.
I think it would have ruined your vacation.
Yes.
Is Melissa supportive of this?
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
I mean, Melissa is like, she's not. It's one of those things where I'm like, sweetheart, I'm buying us a $10 million house, and she's like, okay, honey, it sounds great. Like, you go and do that. Like, I think she's at the point where super supportive, especially because there's a lot of money on the line, but also doesn't want to get excited yet. Because let's be honest, I mean, like, they say the first zebra.
She's like you with the Kings.
Yeah,
if they start showing a little winning streak, not doing it.
Well, the prospects of, for the first time in 15, 16 years, her not having to make out with an ashtray or all the other fun things that go with smoking. It's going to be a wonderful thing. But I did tell you, I won't say who it is. Not that you guys would know, but I got another friend on board with me too.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So what's the money's up to?
No. I did actually I offered them a good chunk of the monies I'm being offered.
Oh, you're talking about another friend that smokes.
That smokes.
Good for you. Good for them.
Well, I felt like that
might be easier or helpful for you.
Exactly. And it makes me feel a little bit better about collecting because now it's 2 people quitting for the price of 1.
Oh, that's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Now you can support each other.
Now we can support each other.
Wait, what did Melissa think of you giving away some of the earnings?
Well, she doesn't know yet.
Oh, yeah.
And so I can't talk about it in 30 minutes because then she'll be driving.
Hey, in the end, though, if you stop,
yeah,
it's a win for everybody.
I guess, but she's very fond of bringing up the life insurance policy time to time. Maybe for Melissa, it would. You never know how that goes. We have a third 3 for madness question. Jay, would you want to lob it at us here real quick? Jay Mars, everybody.
Yeah, here. Let me get back in 3 for mode real quick. It's a completely different mode than I'm in. All right.
Okay.
First, it was Tyreek Hill who said that Tua was, quote, more accurate than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Now, Sammy Watkins claims that Aaron Rodgers is, quote, on a whole nother level than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Should we be reading anything into this?
Well, let's hear Sammy Watkins.
Early in camp, Randall Cobb asked you in front of your locker, said Mahomes or Rodgers. You said, I think Pat is incredibly good, but A-Rod is on a whole nother level.
He's amazing. How he controls the ball, how he put everybody in place. I've been with a lot of quarterbacks, and I've never seen them carry themselves like Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Okay. Or is that just your most recent quarterback?
Right. I mean,
the Tyreek Hill one from Mahomes to Tua just seems silly.
And who knows? Maybe.
Okay. Maybe.
I feel like this is the year we're going to truly find out if Tua Tagovailoa is a future star of this league or if he's like Sam Darnold III.
Right.
Who I happen to like the kid. I'm rooting for him. He's had some injury issues. He's got a lot surrounding him. But come on. It's Patrick Mahomes. And I know it's nitpicky and all that, but it's Patrick stinking Mahomes. You can make an argument that Patrick Mahomes is the single biggest. I don't care that they haven't won a Super Bowl in a couple of years. You know, you could make an argument he's the single biggest weapon in the league. But you have some people that are legitimately, and maybe they're right down the road, but it's a little bit too early to say you take Joe Burrow over Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Yeah, Mahomes has been incredibly successful. His team has won. His stats are great. He's been an MVP. He's all the things you want in a quarterback.
He's all the things you want in a quarterback, and with the exception of his.
But as is Rodgers, by the way.
No doubt about it.
And I think talent-wise,
Right.
I mean, I think people have said it. Like, Rodgers has got all the gifts. He's a great athlete. I mean, he can move. He's got a cannon of an arm. Smart guy. I think he might be a tough guy to play with, I would say, or play for. But other than that, he wins a ton.
Was definitely on our pre-show team.
Yeah,
for sure. The thing with Aaron too is that you could. I mean, they've always, the idea that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have talent around him is silly because they've always kind of, you know, they're like the anti-Dallas Cowboys. Although they have Aaron Rodgers and they've had skill position players before, Packers have always been one of those depth, and everybody's just pretty good to really good at what they do, even if it's not crazy standout. So but wide receiver wise, I think a lot of the wide receivers he's had that have been amazing. Devontae Adams would have been a star anywhere, but he's made a lot of these guys what they were just because it's a lot easier to be an awesome wide receiver and gain tons of yards when you run your route and you do your thing and you put your hand out and the ball's like dropped in there, like, 35 yards, 50 yards down the field. Needless to say, in case you were going to ask, Aaron Rodgers' lifetime, 65.3%.
Sactown Sports 1140 is your home of the Las Vegas.
Aaron Rodgers' lifetime is a completion percentage of 65.3%.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, 66.1%.
Better. He's better.
Hello. Although Aaron Rodgers the last couple of years, and this guy is not exactly a spring in the chicken. You're talking about 37, 38 years old for these 2 years. 2 years ago, he completed 71% of his passes. Last year, 69% of his
Both
passes.
years he was MVP.
And both years he was MVP. I mean, and he really, unless he's missing games like in 2017 and 2013, and that was he played 9 and 7 games. And Rodgers doesn't miss games either. Not that Mahomes does. I don't know.
It's just interesting that two different receivers that were just with Mahomes say that. And I don't think they're necessarily taking shots at Mahomes. I know they're trying to praise their current QB, but I don't know if there's something up with that.
The only thing I would say is this. When you have Aaron Rodgers, and I'll go starting last year, I think what's incredibly insane, 37 touchdowns, 4 picks. 48 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Wow.
Even before that, 26 and 4, 25 and 2, 60. Like, his intelligence and his ability to do the things he does, put up the numbers that he does, and take care of that football are insane. On the contrary, though, or on the other hand, Patrick Mahomes is a guy that pretty much throws for a significantly higher amount of yardage every year than Aaron Rodgers. Is it okay that Patrick Mahomes throws a couple more picks than Aaron because we also need to count the amount of plays that he's able to force through that only Patrick Mahomes can do?
Yeah, he's the high risk, usually high reward. Sometimes those get him, but the creative arm angles, the rolling to his right, throwing, or rolling to his left, throwing with his left hand, he'll try anything.
He's a Steph Curry of the NFL. I've said that forever. I really think that's the closest comp. We'll take a break. All right, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on here, including Derek Carr, the Brady rumors. Is he mad? Also, could Jimmy Garoppolo remain a 49er? Mm-hmm. Anything's possible, and Jay doesn't like that. We'll talk about that with Kyle Shanahan next.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami.
Interviews, podcasts, and more.
They all live on the Sactown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Small businesses are the backbone of America. Yet when it comes to workers' comp insurance, you rarely get the savings you deserve. That's because insurance companies tend to lump you in with other businesses, and you could get overcharged. At Pi Insurance, we're on a mission to change that. With Pi, you get a quote specific to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. If you like savings, take 3 minutes to see how much you could save at trypi.com. Pi makes workers' comp insurance as easy as pie, with friendly representatives just a call away. No wonder customers rate our service excellent on Trustpilot. You work hard to build your business and keep your employees safe. You deserve more from your workers' comp provider. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Hey kids, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you about Capital Casino. Summertime heat is here. Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite all of you to soak up some air conditioning, hang out, have some food, have a beverage. Always the most variety of table games in the region. Always the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Owning a home is a huge milestone. Whether it's your first home, you're ready to move up, you want to tap into your home's equity, well, Safe Mortgage officers are here to help you. Safe Credit Union offers competitive rates, ideal terms, and local processing to help you get into your home sooner. Safe offers the Home Advantage program, free to credit union members, connecting you to experienced local real estate agents and providing you easy searches for homes that fit your style. Apply for a Safe Home Loan today at safecu.org and let Safe put you first. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, just down the street at McConnell Estates Winery, where they're getting ready to harvest the grapes.
They are, and there's nothing better in the fields than a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab from Elk Grove Dodge.
There is one exception, Vince.
What's that?
How about a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 that's $12,000 off MSRP?
Yeah, you've got me there. Luckily this month, during the Make This the Summer event, I've got over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, and they're all $12,000 off MSRP.
Now that's a deal that's as sweet as the grapes they're picking.
It sure is. Not only can you save $12,000, but these Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s start at only $38,940.
$38,940 for a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4?
Yes, sir.
Should get two.
He should, but only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Includes $6,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 347916 and 9622.
You know you need auto insurance. It's the law. But it can be tough to find coverage that fits your budget. California's low-cost auto insurance program provides affordable, liability-only auto insurance that meets California's legal requirements. CLCA is your low-cost solution for auto insurance if you are a licensed California driver who meets certain conditions, including income eligibility, are at least 16 years of age with a good driving record, and own a vehicle valued at $25,000 or less. AB60 drivers are eligible. Why risk driving without auto insurance when California has an affordable solution just for you? For more information on California's low-cost auto insurance program, go to mylowcostauto.com. That's mylowcostauto.com. Or call 866-602-8861. That's 866-602-8861.
Got a take? Make sure it's a hot one. Take a shot right now. Call or text at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, Jay. I always like bribing the listener. Do we want to do a fun contest right now?
Let's do it right now.
Right now.
You know what? And I give permission to double bribe.
Oh.
2 per.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let me try to read this since it's been printed, as you said yesterday, in ketchup and mustard. We've got a pair of tickets, but wait. It's the double hour.
There's more.
We have 2 pair of tickets.
You know what? Actually, should we do 2 pair of tickets or a family 4-pack?
I think most of our listeners don't have that many friends.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I think a couple's date out would be perfect.
Let's do a 4-pack of tickets to go see Pablo Cruz perform at Hellwig Winery. That's September 24th.
Good job.
Well, because it's...
I know. I'm proud of you.
September 24th.
That must be the mustard.
Or, maybe the not smoking has put it in black and white for you.
I can see better. The 2 is in red. The 4 is in almost illegible highlighter yellow. Hell is winery. For more information, visit Sactown. Sports.com, 1-800-920-1140. That's 1-800-920-1140.
Nicotine sense is tingling.
That is right. Well, they say when one thing goes, the others, right? That's what they say.
Literally that
is
exact quote.
They do.
And appreciate everybody. Well, I think almost everybody.
We appreciate they's listening.
The text line and all that good stuff and all your well wishes and blah, blah, blah. All right, let's get to Brett Favre. Before we get into the Jimmy G thing. In fact, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to save that. Let's get to Derek Carr. What do you say? Because the whole Dana White had a deal for Tom Brady.
Yeah, that can hurt some feelings.
And now we know that Tom Brady was referring to Derek Carr on the the barbershop or
I think so.
Yeah. So, I think Derek Carr has a lot of. We talked about Tyrese Halliburton and how he uses the chip on his shoulder. Like, Derek Carr has a lot of chips on his shoulder he could choose to have. And this is one where really the most egregious thing here, because ultimately his team said, no, we're sticking with you, whether you agree with that or not. That's, if you're Derek Carr, you appreciate that. The only thing that might really bother you is Tom Brady saying, you're sticking with that guy?
Right.
And I don't know if I would like to think that Tom Brady has shot Derek Carr a text. He probably hasn't. But it sure would be nice if he'd shot him a text saying, dude, you know what? Like,
if they have any kind of relationship, I bet he did.
I would think so. By the way, we'll check that later. Here's Derek Carr responding to that story.
It is what it is. For me, like, I didn't even hear about it. We actually had within the building, someone lost a family member. So, like, I was so immersed in that and just talking to that person and that kind of stuff that it was a moment to really put things in perspective. Like, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, anything I say will just be blasted out there. So I'm just going to completely remove myself and just keep trying to play football. It's been nice just answering football questions, and hopefully no more drama in the city. That's what I hope.
I would just like to say again how fascinated I always will be that Derek Carr has an accent that just does not sound like Fresno. Like, I will never understand where that accent came from. But beyond that,
that was a very Derek Carr answer.
Kyle and Jay have made a career out of really disparaging a guy like J.J. Watt, who is a wonderful human being. And they think that he's a faker. Mm-hmm. I think Derek Carr, if I understand that some people think there's a little disingenuity with JJ Watt, whatever. How can you think that about Derek Carr is like the most genuine dude, I feel like.
Well, this is just the way he at least has presented to us consistently since day one. A little bit like Russell Wilson. Oh, he's such a robot. Well, that's how he's done it.
Right.
So we don't know another version of him.
But has he done anything like Russell Wilson, at least? And I've asked, has done some cheesy stuff.
Right.
And, JJ Watt even has done some cheesy. What has Derek Carr ever done? Like, honestly, has he done something that's cheesy and I just missed it?
Not that I know of. But it's a very much, I'm just, let's just play football. I'm going to put this stuff. And again, that can be the answer. Like, what is he supposed to say about the Tom Brady thing? Like, it bothered me. And maybe people want that, and maybe it legitimately, I think he's got that in him where it's like, okay, look, in the end, if I tell you it bothers me, someone's going to go run with it. If I tell you it doesn't bother me, someone's not going to believe me. I'm just here to play football.
How does Aaron Rodgers answer that question? If Tom Brady had said that about him, I know that wouldn't have happened, but I'm saying I wonder if
he would have had an answer
in
a more direct way, and it might have been like, well, that's interesting. That Tom, like, I don't know if there's pushback or I can't wait to play him the next time. Like, there'd be some sort of meat to it.
I think so. And by the way, I think Tom Brady is full of answers like Derek Carr's.
I agree.
But there's an edge to Tom Brady, I feel like. And I feel like with Derek Carr, he's just like, well, ding, 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 ding. It is what it is. And, good Lord willing, help the ball club. And, one leg at a time. And, put the right foot in front of the other. Derek Carr is the guy that listened to Crash Davis on the bus when he was in the minor leagues and got every single term down. So I like him. I do. And honestly, you got Josh McDaniels in there now. You've got a whole new crew. I think, and the point you brought up in the notes, Jason, is so smart. If John Gruden's still here, this thing just is blown sky high.
Right.
Everyone's asking John Gruden about it, and he will have answers.
Yes. But in one sense, if the story is as it is, as Dana White says, John Gruden turned it down, John Gruden is supporting Carr.
And that's how he's going to, and that's exactly what he would say.
Like it's a good news thing if we take it for that. Maybe there was more, I'm sure there's always more behind the scenes to all that stuff. But seemingly John Gruden was always a supporter of Derek Carr.
Well, according to our show polling, 73% of Raider fans wish that they had gone with Brady. And I wonder how much that has to do with them getting past their hatred of Brady, which they did, but also a large amount of Raider fans don't like Derek Carr either. Think they've hit a ceiling with Derek Carr.
I can see that
they're never going to get through. Brett Favre, I wanted to play that quote as we switched to Jimmy Garoppolo. Brett Favre had some nice things to say about him.
No offense towards Trey Lance, but what Jimmy has done is win and win. Again, not flashy, so it's not the glamorous pick. But my goodness, the guy has won and put him in a position to go or compete for the Super Bowl year in and year out, and deserves that right to keep playing. But I think their defense is really good offensively. If Trey plays the way they hope and is capable of, then they're competing for it right there at the end. There's a tremendous upside with Trey. There's no question about it. But Jimmy G has been a proven winner. And that's oftentimes, and I said this earlier, oftentimes that gets overlooked as a guy a winner. And Garoppolo is definitely a winner.
This is interesting because Brett Favre was a proven winner too.
Yeah.
And they went with the younger guy behind him.
Eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not right away.
No.
But I think that answer that's the conundrum the Niners were in. Jimmy G is one.
Yeah.
The defense is good. The other parts of this team are all really good. And then he said, but the upside of Trey Lance, that's it. Like they think in any position, if you think you can be better, you should try to upgrade. They think they're going to be better with Trey Lance.
Yeah.
And if it's day one, fantastic. If it takes some time, they hope it's a quicker route. But that's what Kyle Shanahan and Lynch think.
Even if Jimmy Garoppolo stays in San Francisco, as Kyle Shanahan says, anything's possible.
Is he in any way a backup scenario if someone gets hurt? Could he be on this team?
I mean, I think any scenario is possible.
Jay Mars, is any scenario possible? That's my question for you and the listeners.
No.
6 days is when they have to decide this by. Otherwise, he's guaranteed almost $27 million.
If you guarantee him $27 million, you must feel really confident at some point you're going to have a trade partner. Even if you trade him at this point, you're going to be swallowing a lot of that salary. A lot of it.
I think in the end, the biggest lamest thing is that if they knew that Trey Lance is going to be the starter, and it sounds like they did.
Yeah.
As soon as last season, I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo knew it. It was the last press conference.
Basically was saying bye.
Yeah. I understand taking a little bit, but as soon as he went into shoulder surgery, you had to know this is going to come. My biggest issue is that they didn't release him sooner so they could use that money sooner and help plug holes.
And for them to say anything is possible. Like he's banned to like another field. Like he's not even involved in stuff.
Seriously, he might as well be inside playing video games. He might as well be driving around the field in his brand new Hoblet truck. It's the Make This the Summer event at Hoblet right now up to $750 in savings. Listen, number one Ram truck dealer in California, Hoblet is. Number 3 in the entire country. How do they do that? Because there's no dealer markup, for example. Our most popular Ram and Jeep models, by the way, not the like brown one in the corner that nobody wants with the hot pink interior. No, these are the most popular Ram and Jeep models, and they're not marking anything up. Other dealers are adding dealer markup to the MSRP. Hoblet's still offering discounts. Go read Yelp. Go read Google. Everyone talks about great service. Now Hoblet doesn't mark up their vehicles. It's part of the reason they're the J.D. Power's Customer Service Award winners for excellence. It's beautiful. Go to HobletDodge.com to search, select, and save. No hassle, no pressure, ever. The drama of Kevin Durant continues. What is the NBA thinking about all this? We'll get into that next.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
You know, you'll be watching and thinking, man, like, I guess Keegan, he's maybe not as good today. And then you look up and he's got, 12 and 8, and it's, the second quarter, and he is just so calm, so efficient.
I think it's absolutely what Sacramento needs. I think there's this sense that something special is starting to fall into place.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center, and another sunny and hot day today. Temperatures will be climbing into the upper 90s, around 100 degrees this afternoon, with winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Plumbing, electrical, heating and air, everything that makes your home your home. With Bonnie, you sure got that covered. And right now, get your air conditioner tuned up for just $79. Originally $129. Bonnie.com. License 696-355.
When the world's best players get fitted for new golf clubs, they want to see their ball flight outdoors. And why should you settle for any less? The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is the area's unquestioned leader in delivering a new age of golf club fitting to Northern California. With 14 trained, skilled professionals to show you how to hit the ball farther and straighter, satisfied customers have increased their yardage, improved their games, and gained confidence. Call 916-808-2531 to get started. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, let Safe Credit Union put you first. Well, that phrase is honest, genuine, and sincere. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. At Safe, you're not a number. You are part of a member-owned, community-focused family. Explore the benefits of saving, borrowing, and investing with a partner who puts you first. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
The flagship.
Ball game, Sacramento wins.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sactown Sports 1140. The flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi, welcome back. Final hour. Hello to everybody in the YouTube chat. Smash that like button. Big Shep. He's the sports card.
Yeah,
Mac guy tycoon, if you will. He says he would hit the thumbs up if you would shout out Ice-T, Jason.
Man, a lot of comments on Ice-T over the last.
Yeah, that was very controversial yesterday. That you and Jay Mars both said that Ice-T is stupid.
Yeah.
Well, 66% of the world strongly disagrees with you and says, and I quote, "Hooray, Ice-T," in our poll yesterday. They love Ice-T. You guys, not so much.
Nope, not a fan.
And also,
in an Arnold Palmer, like I said.
Yeah, but that's,
it's heavier lemonade.
And also, shout out to the person that thinks after the condiment conversation yesterday that I put the tea bag in my mouth and then pour the water in there. Wait,
that sounded right.
They're saying that's how I drink my tea.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do not. I'll put the tea bag right in the mug.
Okay.
Are you a tea guy?
No.
Like a hot tea guy?
No.
So England, not making it. You're not making it in England.
No.
That's all they do is high tea. You'd be like, no,
low tea.
I'll have high C.
Yes. Perfect. I would.
Kevin Durant's got to chill. But then I have an internal dialogue about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's got to chill, does he? Man, Kevin Durant really is annoying. Why? Well, because he says all this stuff on Twitter. So do you. Yeah, but he's always dramatic and stuff. Well, he wants to play where he wants to play. He's got power. Yeah, but doesn't that destroy teams? Well, they take the risk. I really do. For everything I can say that bothers me about Kevin Durant, and I can say plenty of things, I have this little, I don't know, that dumb voice on your shoulder that's like, I'm a banana, or whatever it is saying. It's responding to me. And I don't know how to feel about Kevin Durant other than I wish it's not shut up and dribble, shut up. It's just shut up, not shut up and don't express yourself, shut up. It's just play and be a teammate and I don't know how to get it out. Just enough with the dramatics. But
he can't avoid that.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it. So if you missed it yesterday, the Nets are moving on together. They're moving forward together.
Must have been one heck of a meeting.
I love the picture on ESPN shows Kevin Durant and then Stephen A. Smith in a split box, but it's Kevin while he's playing. And then I wonder if Stephen A. had anything to say about this and if Stephen A. was dramatic at all about it.
Odds are no.
Stephen A. Smith says Kevin Durant needs to show he galvanizes the Nets and deliver a championship. Okay. Aaron says, after watching David Letterman's interview on Netflix with Durant, I have a better opinion of him than I did. And that's what I was saying earlier. When you really get him just to sit down and relax in a relaxed setting and have fun or just speak, I think he's incredibly interesting to listen to. I think he's incredibly smart. I think he's very well-spoken, not in the well-spoken way people usually mean, but well-spoken in the sense that he, I think, has a pretty natural ability to break down his thoughts in a way that's easily digestible.
So what's this about, you think, for him? Just literally from Durant's perspective. Obviously, he's won before. He wanted to go to Brooklyn. If he wanted Harden out, that happened. They got Ben Simmons. Is it Nash? Is it wanting to be somewhere else? Is it what is it for him?
If I had to guess, if I had to do a psychological profile, I would say it's a combination of things. I would say number one, he has a huge ticking clock in the back of his head that is growing louder and louder, that he knows that he can see the light at the end of the tunnel with his career, or at least the effectiveness in his career. That, and does that mean he doesn't have 3 top flight years left? No, but I think between the injury and how old he is now, I think he knows he's got to get busy, get busy living type of thing. That's number one. Number two, yeah, he may have been on board with bringing Steve Nash in, but that doesn't mean Steve Nash is a good coach.
Right, now he's played for him, and yeah.
Right. I mean, the funny thing is it's almost impossible to grade Steve Nash, but if you graded him on performance,
much like the team they've underperformed.
Yeah,
right?
like what do we have? Out in the first round of the Bucks? Was that the first round?
Second round.
Yeah. And then didn't make the playoffs last year.
Got swept. No, got swept by the Celtics.
Excuse me. Like, that's extreme underperformance. But
yeah.
You got the Kyrie Irving circus going on with is he playing? Is he not playing? Does he want out? Does he not want out? You have James Harden, who was not working out and then left for. Yeah, you got Seth Curry and a couple other guys, but effectively, because Ben Simmons didn't play the entire year. And I think that's a huge key. I think Ben Simmons is really – Ben Simmons to me right now is the most important player in the NBA when it comes to – there's so many different domino effects that can happen because of Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons doesn't come back or plays terribly or whatever, okay, then that's going to be a big problem for the Nets. But if he does come back and just plays like the Ben Simmons with Philadelphia, that's it. Nothing more. Same exact guy. Holy crap. Durant, Simmons in his defense, Kyrie. Simmons doesn't have to do anything on offense if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, but it seems like such a talent-filled big three.
Yeah.
But each of them on their own has something.
Yeah.
Baggage, concerns, like could the Nets fall off the rails? Absolutely.
Yep.
And so who's the one that, to me, going in that seems the most fragile is Ben Simmons.
Sure.
Who's guiding him? Who's that team leader that's putting him on that right path?
And by the way, in today's day and age, and how it sounds like Ben is, does that person exist?
That could, not control him. That's not the right.
No, but guide him. Does that person exist that he would listen to? Would he have listened to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant?
Right. Well, and I guess I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lore probably to someone like LeBron, to Kobe, to guys like that. Whereas the Lakers' failures in their threes, to me, feel like more injury related than. And maybe for Westbrook, it's fit. AD is still really talented.
Yeah.
It's can he play? Can he stay healthy? Where their issues don't seem to be as dramatic as the Nets. So it's like, where is Kyrie today? What's up with Kyrie today? What's Durant's mood? Is Simmons okay mentally? Like, there's just a lot of question marks with that.
There are, and
not to be taken lightly. I just wonder about the structure of the team in general. With talent, that's not the issue. It's can they put it together?
Again, I think Ben Simmons is the key, and that doesn't mean he's the best player on the team. In fact, he's at best third best player on that team. But I think there is on a team like that, Jason, like the Nets, the way it's currently structured. I actually think that Ben Simmons's offensive issues, that's actually the type of team that could be really a plus for. And what I mean by that is he's not hungry to score. He will rebound, he will distribute, and he will play defense. It's why I'm so fascinated with Ben Simmons and why I look at Ben Simmons as kind of like a line of demarcation when I talk to people. If they think if I hear people saying he sucks, he's trash, he's this and that, I get a little dismissive of them as an NBA fan, because I think part of it is too many people are conditioned to scoring and dunking and NBA 2K style. Think about this. Say what you want about Ben Simmons, and if he doesn't play, it's a moot point. Ben Simmons is basically the NBA garbage man. He does a lot of stuff that a lot of players don't want to do. He gets in there and he gets rebounds. He passes the ball. He sets other players up, which again, in a me league, how many teams and how many players do you have that don't want to pass? He's he's a facilitator. Oh, and then by the way, on top of that, he plays all-world elite lockdown defense with 4 and sometimes 5 positions. Not he can defend centers and forwards,
right,
or guards and wing. He can defend almost every position on the floor. The idea that is not an elite set of things to have on your team, and now you put Durant in there, Kyrie in there, both all-world scorers, a sharpshooter like Joe Harris, another rebounder like Nick Claxton. To me, Ben Simmons is the alpha and the omega as to whether or not those guys win the title this year. Not that he's more important than Durant or Kyrie,
right,
but if he's humming, if he's just, again, he's just Ben Simmons in Philly, not even better.
Yeah.
If you told me right now that Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and Kevin Durant would average between the three of them 60 games or more, and you said Ben Simmons is going to do the same exact thing he did in Philly, you just tell me those two things, I'm putting all my money on the Nets to win the title.
So because those other two guys are that special offense, he's Draymond to you, in a way.
Yes, I mean he's
and they're Steph and Clay, or,
yes,
like the heavy lifting, doing all the scoring, big plays.
Yes, he is an upgraded Draymond Green. He on the floor now, where Draymond,
that leadership and
that's where he
blows him away,
because Ben has seemingly none of that, and Draymond is arguably the best, if not a top 5 league. Just on the court basketball play, give me Ben Simmons over Draymond Green. Just pure basketball play, but it's those intangibles that are massive, which is why Draymond Green right now is a better player for sure. We'll take a break. Why? But why couldn't they move Kevin Durant? What was the reason behind that? Because that's the weirdest thing too. We've also got some other NBA notes for you as well. We'll be right back.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
I like the Monk deal a lot. The Kevin Huerter one, you got control of a guy who, around the league, people still think he's a pretty good player.
Impressions, let's start with the Kings' top pick, Keegan Murray. What do you think of him? And you obviously knew him well at Iowa.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific. I called efficient and versatile. He's going to make shots. He's an elite jump shooter.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Day for my good friends at American Energy, and now's the time to replace your system, and you can get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation, 0% financing, and payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Offer expires 8/31. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com, your second opinion partner.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned certified cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our certified cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. The only local sports show in the morning on Sactown Sports 1140.
So why didn't they trade Kevin Durant? Ultimately, let me ask you this. Do you buy... they were going to trade him, but then in the end, someone called someone, they had a nice meeting, and they said, yeah, you know what? Changed my mind. Let's work this
out. Well, I mean, I'm the GM. I have the best piece in all of this is Durant. I'm not looking to trade him, but when I hit my star player saying I want to go, and that other ultimatum, coach, front office, coach and GM, or me. All right. In the end, how legit is that threat? But let's test it. People are interested. And then I think the Gobert deal, honestly, changed a lot of the metrics. And if they're looking at an absurd amount of draft picks and talented players coming back, they weren't just going to get it. People weren't going to just give that up.
So I think it's a combination of I don't know. I'm trying to find an analogy here, but husband leaves the wife, goes and gets an apartment for a little bit, realizes after a couple nights at the club that absolutely nobody is going to go anywhere near him.
Mm-hmm.
And then magically, sweetheart, I've been thinking, honestly, I've been an ass. Now, does that mean that their marriage reconciled because he missed her or because he realized that the grass was not greener?
Right.
I think that's kind of a little bit of what happened. Not that the grass wasn't greener, but I think Josiah and Sean Marks probably said to Rich Kleiman, Kevin Durant's agent, go talk to other teams.
Yeah, see what you can find.
No tampering. We're good. We're giving you permission. You go see what you can find, and you see how crap the market is, because we're not trading him for Alex Len.
I think the big thing that people that gets lost in translation is when said player goes public with a trade demand, they've already diminished their value on the open market, because teams are just like, okay, well, we don't have to offer up the sky for you because you've basically said, I don't want to be there, putting the current team that has you in a really bad position.
Sure.
Do you think had this never gone public and they kept this quiet, went to his agent, sat down with Joe Simon, like, look, I don't want to be here. We don't want to put this out there like that, but let's start, inquiring, so to speak. I think it turns out differently.
I agree. And Durant's let's put the Kings in this, like we always try to do. Of course, he'd be the most talented player in the Kings.
Right.
But if Durant wants out of Brooklyn and Monty came up with a deal that somehow, it doesn't even matter what went in return, and Durant's here, I think a lot of us would be excited because it's the biggest name the Kings have ever had.
Yeah.
But are we doing this exercise in a year? Like, I'm not happy in Sacramento.
Yes.
So there's also that where you go, yes, the Kings should want to trade for Kevin Durant, but also believe like he's going to have a wandering eye and they win 28 games, 38 games, 48 games, whatever the number is, and he wants out.
I think Kevin Durant, given his contract and talent, has probably been the most attractive player on the trade market ever outside of Kobe Bryant, 15, 16 years ago.
Sure.
And again, they talked themselves out of being someone that teams were just going to say, dude, yeah, Kevin Durant, let's offer up literally everything we have because it's Kevin Durant.
You mentioned Kobe Bryant. This does sniff a little bit like the summer that Kobe Bryant was absolutely going to the Clippers and then didn't.
And then it was the Bulls.
Yeah.
And then didn't.
And Laker for life.
Is there any chance that you would allow for that this is the smokescreen? They're still going to trade him.
No, I don't think so.
But they said, you know what? It's too public. We have no leverage. The more people think you want out, the more maybe you're going to have some people that were really looking forward to negotiating on Kevin Durant, but we're intent. Like eventually we're going to end up with Kevin Durant. Maybe they see that and they go, well, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, that extra pick you asked for. I mean, are we confident that are we now fully confident Kevin Durant will open the season with the Nets?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think that smokescreen is you and I communicating as GMs, and then whatever, like this isn't public. This is, hey, I really want 4 first rounders and player X and player Y, and then you're like, no deal.
Right.
Like, well, that's it. Thanks. We're done. I don't think you have to go public to say we're all good. We're keeping everything together.
Right.
I mean, because obviously I think Durant endorsed this comment to go publicly, right? To say like, hey, we're going to just run it back.
Well, and it didn't help either. I mean, to keep bringing up all the different layers of how this happened, he went public with, I want to go to Phoenix and Miami.
Yeah. 2
teams that literally can't trade for you. Not that by that, I mean, they can trade for you, but neither of them have the assets to acquire you at this point.
And also it's important to point out too, 2 teams that aren't really successful and really need help, that aren't winning any game.
Right.
That's the other reason that it bothers me. You know what? I would like it a lot more if he was like, you know what? I've got the 2 places I want to go, Sacramento or Washington.
Yeah.
I absolutely want to go to, let me go to Houston.
I want to go be the bus driver somewhere and win a title.
I mean,
finish my career back at OKC.
Yeah.
That would have even been great.
Yes.
It's so silly.
You're right. It's literally like, dude, there's this narrative out there that you need to play on quote unquote super teams,
right,
to win rings.
Yeah.
You didn't help that narrative by signing in Brooklyn. You made the narrative worse by basically demanding a trade to the best team in the East and the best team in the West, so to speak, record-wise.
Okay.
It's like, really, dude, come on.
Is that narrative defeated if he wins the title this year with the Nets?
No, because again, you're teamed up with Kyrie Irving.
No, I hear you, and I agree with
Ben
you.
Simmons, who is good at basketball, and they have other pieces. It's not like it's those three and a bunch of garbage men.
I think I would have been the only person in the city that would have been upset if we'd have traded for Kevin Durant. Like, legit.
I don't think you would have been the only one.
Yeah, dude, have you ever been on Twitter?
Yeah,
More people would be excited. That name is, and I was looking at him like career rate. He's 24th all time in scoring. Like this year, the kind of year, to say he has a typical Durant year, he's going to pass names like Alex English, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, John Havlicek. He'll get Paul Pierce. He'll get Tim Duncan, George Gervin, Dominique Wilkins, Oscar Robertson. He's going to get to probably Akeem. Yeah, he'll be about 13th or 14th by the end of the year.
I think he's good.
He's pretty good. And he's 34, going to be 34. I mean, he's got a shot to get way up there.
I think in the end, there just wasn't a market. I mean, not a legitimate market where you're saying, okay, I'm going to take this 34-year-old guy who's really good at basketball when he plays, but had the Achilles a couple of years ago, and you never know if that's going to pop up, who makes whatever he makes, $40 million a year, and is going to want out of here in a year after I give you my 5 unprotected first-round picks.
And leave us with what?
You know what would be interesting? I don't think you could do this, but you know what would be interesting? You have Kevin Durant and I'm the Kings, and I trade you player X, so nobody gets mad at me, and 4 first-round picks, protection later. Wouldn't it be kind of interesting if you could do something where you could put a clause in these trades where, we talked about the NBA not liking this. We've already talked about like being able to franchise tag players or having players pay a penalty. But what if you made these draft picks conditional on the player finishing his contract? So in other words, okay, well, you get all these draft picks, but listen, I need some protection because Kevin Durant, changes his mind when the wind blows. So
yeah, but aren't you still be able to trade him at that point? The new team that got him? So you're still getting something.
It would have to be.
So basically, there's some sort of language that says he can't demand a trade.
Exactly. You can't opt out. You can't.
In theory, it's good. The players union would never go for it.
It would be interesting to have some sort of protection on your protections. Right. Pick. Like, Kevin Durant's worth 4 first-round draft picks if he's going to play for me for 3 years. It's also kind of like in player incentives as well. Like, it would be interesting if you could say, okay, well, if the guy plays, 35 or more games, then this pick conveys. Of course, you get into teams that would hold that him out of a game.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I get it.
It's a trick, though, because the league, this is a talking point. Everybody's talking about Kevin Durant. Now, he didn't get traded, but by and large, I don't think Adam Silver likes this.
No, it's not good.
And how do you prevent that when this is a players' league and now the players have the power and here they go?
But I think that's just it. The players have really won. The only way this gets resolved in some sort of matter is the two sides need to come together in the CBA, which you have two sides, which is a rarity in sports with the NBA and the NBPA that actually like each other.
Yes.
There's a way to get it done. It's just, will they do this in the next collective bargaining agreement?
Well, and somewhere, somehow, somewhere in some place right now, Tyrese Halliburton's very upset about all of this.
Wow.
He's journaling about it right now, and it's causing him a lot of resentment.
I was just having fun. Love you, Ty. Jay's the one that doesn't like him, and that got into YouTube.
I don't dislike him. I just dislike what he's doing.
About the Kings.
No, that's not even it. I dislike the way he's doing it.
I think he's fine. But that's just me. Even though I just took a shot at him. Injuries, apologies, and old friends return. Yay, it's baseball. We go around the diamond next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa. Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality, and Safe Credit Union. Let us put you first.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, August 24th, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Coastside Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. Even Cambridge has studied our technology. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. Also, a gift that can produce powerful results to intimacy in minutes. You're going to love that, guys. And today only, we're offering 6 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,200. But call today, Wednesday, and qualify totally free. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your love life back. Call Coastside Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 916-603-2000.
The PGA Tour is back in Napa Valley with the Fortinet Championship. Join us September 15th through the 18th at Silverado Resort and Spa for world-class golf, Napa hospitality, and powerhouse performances by Cole Swindell and One Republic. Secure your tickets now at FortinetChampionship.com.
Rate and the purchase markets are doing this thing and that thing. Shelby, as I always say, you're the captain of the ship that gets everybody through those waters. What's going on over at United Wholesale Lending?
We are heavily focused on purchase business right now.
This is the time of year, I know. You would think more people go and see houses, but how is that working as opposed to rates scaring people? Are we still seeing that huge influx of people going out there?
Well, there's some more inventory that's coming onto the market, and the market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Even with the interest rates going up, now the market is kind of softening up and making it easier for home buyers to get their offer accepted and also to get a better deal.
You can pre-approve them on the phone in under 15 minutes without even running their credit. But what you also do is you give them the exact things they need to knock out personally so that they can get into homes.
That's exactly right. We create a roadmap to get them in the position to buy a house.
RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRA number 01864354.
Shop a dealership you can trust. Folsom Lake Kia, over 20 years right here in Sacramento. Save big on your favorite new Kia models and get low interest financing. Visit my friends at FolsomLakeKia.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
Workers' comp can crush a small business. Every year it would jump 5, 10, 15, 20%, even though there was never any claims. And that's where I was struggling as a growing business.
That's Mike Lozier, owner of Gutter Plumber, a small business in New Jersey. A while back, Mike found his workers' comp costs rising. Luckily, he discovered Pie Insurance.
From start to finish, it was extremely easy. They quickly came back to me with a plan that was affordable for me.
Are you overpaying for workers' comp? Just go to trypie.com, share a few details about your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle or hidden fees. Like Mike, we think you'll be glad you did.
I'm very happy that I moved over to Pie for my workers' comp so that I can grow my company while not breaking the bank.
Find out how much you could save with Pie Insurance. Ask your agent or get a quote at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Owning a home is a huge milestone. Whether it's your first home, you're ready to move up, you want to tap into your home's equity, well, Safe Mortgage officers are here to help you. Safe Credit Union offers competitive rates, ideal terms, and local processing to help you get into your home sooner. Safe offers the Home Advantage program, free to credit union members, connecting you to experienced local real estate agents and providing you easy searches for homes that fit your style. Apply for a Safe Home Loan today at safecu.org and let Safe put you first. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
Capital Casino back with indoor gaming and dining located inside at 411 North 16th Street, downtown Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140 on Sactown Sports 1140.
Yes, Jason.
Wow.
How about them? How about that? How about it? Walker Buehler, Texas Ranger. That would have been perfect, but no, it's Walker Buehler, LA Dodger. We talked about this the other day. Hate the Dodgers, hate everything about them, hate all their players. They're all dumb. But the only thing I hate more than the Dodgers, injuries.
Yeah. Walker tells me he's going to be having the second Tommy John surgery.
That's right. He is going to have a second Tommy John surgery. He will miss the rest of this year, and he will miss all of next year.
That's
almost certainly
awful.
It's awful for a number of reasons.
And then they come back with like turbo arm, though.
That's what I'm wanting.
It's like bionic.
Yeah, but this is his second one.
And maybe it's double bionic.
By the way, do you think? Okay, there's a whole rabbit hole. Do you think Tommy John is happy that he's best known for a surgery? I mean, I don't think Tommy John's with us anymore. I think he just absolutely died not that long ago.
Did he?
Yeah, well, let me make sure I'm not killing off Tommy John. I thought. Come on. Come on, like I'm rooting.
Well,
I'm just saying. Well, I'm rooting for him to be around, but then that would also mean that I got it wrong. It's not coming up on my end. I thought he just passed away. But no, now I'm getting a bunch of underwear.
Yeah.
Nope, he's with us. Damn it. I mean, damn it in the sense.
Wow.
No, hold on. Let me be clear. Damn it on me that I misspoke.
Okay.
And awesome that he's still with us. So here's the thing.
How dare you?
Do you think Tommy John is like, I won 288 games.
Wow.
I had
games.
I struck out 2,200 people.
4-time All-Star.
I have a lifetime 3.34 ERA. I did some things. Yet I'm known for truth. When people say Tommy John, they think of a complete reconstructive arm surgery or underwear. Or maybe he's like, no, this is great.
Yeah.
I love it. It's going to live in infamy. Like the bird exemption. Trying to think of other things that would apply to that. I don't know if there's any other surgeries or things I can think of that are named after an athlete. In Walker Buehler's case, unfortunately, this means another chunk of his career gone. And really the stuff that we don't see, like the surgery.
Right. The rehab, all that recovery, that lonely time.
The weeks after where he can't get comfortable sleeping.
Right. But we see the end results like Justin Verlander this year just dealing one of his best seasons ever at 39.
Yep.
After Tommy John.
And that is 100% what you hope happens with Walker Buehler. Fernando Tatis apologized for all his mistakes. We played.
Is it too late to apologize?
The sad thing is I got that right when you say is it too late. Yes, it's too late. Fernando Tatis says he's got to gain love and trust back.
I'm going to remember how this feels, and I'm going to make myself never be in this position ever again. I know I had a lot of love I have to gain back. I have a lot of work to do. It's going to be a very long process to gain everybody's trust again, to gain that love back that I have stabbed straight to heart. To every fan, to every baseball fan, I'm learning. I'm maturing. I've been dealing with a lot, but still, there has been no excuse for every mistake that I have made.
Okay. If only somebody would ask him, what do you think of the people that don't believe your story? Wait,
right.
Somebody did.
What would you say to those fans who don't believe your story?
That I'm going to give them a story to believe in me again.
Okay.
Right? I don't know. Get your act together, Fernando. You're too good and too exciting and too good for baseball, whatever it may be. And you're rich and you have plenty of money to hire people to make sure that every single thing you put in your body is okay. And don't be doing dumb things like, whatever you did when you broke your wrist. Just respect your gifts.
Right.
Right? Respect your gifts. That's the thing. Somebody's walking around without a leg or something right now that would give anything in the world to just walk, much less have the talent that Fernando Tatis Jr. has. Like, figure it out.
And it's too bad sometimes you have to go through something like this and it's not scared straight, but like the embarrassment, the public humility, all that to get on the right track. But I think the Padres are hoping that's the case, as opposed to, is this going to be a constant worry for us? Because they didn't really support him right away, right out of the chute there.
No,
questioning his maturity.
Yeah, and I think in this case too, obviously the PED thing is one thing, but I think it's forgivable. I think Fernando Tatis can get back in the. I think if we're seeing next year Tatis hitting dingers and having fun and bat flipping and doing all those Tatisian things, not next year maybe, but I think in time he's still young enough to where he can have not only a great career, but as importantly, he can be somebody that's beloved again in baseball. And this could all just be written off to being young and stupid. I think he's young enough to be able to do that. I think he's talented. And because baseball, he arguably, I say arguably, and it is very arguable, so don't freak out, but he is arguably the most important player in baseball. Like, when it comes to youth, markets reached.
That's why this was a big deal.
This is a huge deal. It really, really, really is a huge deal, and it's very, very sad because you just want the guy to play baseball. Aaron Judge is big and strong.
Into the end and deep left. It is high. Mid is far. There it is. Gone. Oh, what a Judgian blast. All rise. Here comes the Judge.
Hey, guess what? What? You have a chance to see him hit maybe his 50th home run.
That is right. My wife's
Or
birthday
more.
on Sunday. We will be out there.
They're coming this way.
I will be there with tens of fans out there at the Coliseum.
No, there'll be a lot of fans this weekend. There will be.
No, you're right.
A lot of Yankee fans.
I was going to say probably more Yankee fans.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt. I've gone to that game almost every year. I'm not going this year, but one of the games in the set, and it's always really well attended by Yankee fans.
I want to shout out Brian on the YouTube feed here. You can check us out at Sactown Sports 1140 as a thumbs up. Brian says, any info on the 2023 Major League Baseball schedule? No, I'm 100% not making fun of you, Brian, at all. It's just
you're going to read it all right now?
Well, it blows me away. Like, I know how crazy we were over the NBA schedule, but that's, again, it's 82 games, number one. Number two, it's coming up in like a month. Like, we're in August. We're not even near done with the season yet. How big of a baseball fan do you have to be, right? To be like, oh my God, the schedule comes out today. I want to go, oh, we play the Rangers in July.
The Dodgers and Giants 18 times. When are they?
Right. And maybe it's one of those you want to make sure you're in town for those.
Yeah, or a certain trip you've got planned. But okay.
I know when I've said this before, when I was a kid, the day the schedule would come out would be huge. They'd put it in the paper, and then we would look for whatever the Sunday doubleheader was of the year. That's the one my dad would take us to. 2 games for one.
Yeah. That truly, to me, growing up, and I think we've said this before, and for you, it was like one of the great joys was to read baseball box scores in the newspaper. It's obviously long gone, not a thing anymore, but I love that. Eating cereal, reading the box scores.
Yes.
Awesome.
10,000 billion trillion %. Jay, hit the breaking news, man. Would you please?
Uh-oh.
This is...
When it breaks, we have it first. Sactown Sports 1140. Breaking news.
Starting to maybe see what that meeting was last week. Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy have just announced the launch of a new golf league, the TGL, the golf league. Okay. Now, here's the key. In partnership with the PGA Tour, it says, the TGL will have 6 teams of 3, 15 Monday night matches, first of its kind tech-infused venues. I don't know what that means, but I hope it's like those like extra courses they used to have on old Tiger Woods on PlayStation. But this is obviously the 2 biggest names in the sport, arguably the 2 biggest names, certainly Tiger is, coming together, and we'll have to get more info on this. This is obviously a response to the Live Golf Tour, another way for players to make money and do things, and also a different way to extend the golf week, to create ad revenue, TV. There's all kinds of business in here. I kind of want to know, like, between the Live Golf Tour and this, like, are people clamoring for 2 and 3 team events?
I'm not, and I'm one that watches golf and supports it. I don't know. This didn't jump out to me as like, oh, this is gonna be must watch. Now I'll give it the benefit of the doubt when it's how it's all formed and whatever it looks like, but not doing too much for me.
I think the mistake they're making,
oversaturation.
Well, they're looking at the President's Cup and the Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
they're like those things.
But that makes it unique.
That's
every
the
2
thing.
years.
It's the same reason we don't watch swimming.
Right.
Today.
Right. But Olympic swimming?
I'm on board.
Field? Yeah.
That's the thing. When you involve country and patriotism and teamwork and all that, it's a different, it rings different for people. If it's just, it's a Monday night, let's, no one's rolling out the track and field, high jump championships today. I'm not watching, put that in the Olympics. Although that's a different topic, by the way. I was thinking about that. This for a different day, but man, has the long jump. When I was growing up, you were growing up, that was like arguably the event of the Olympics. And this last Olympics, it was like, oh, Herman Hermanson won the long jump from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Here's what it looked like. But you remember, like,
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff. It
Yeah.
was massive.
Bob Beeman, Carl Lewis.
Bob Beeman. We'll take a break. When we come back, we've got news, we've got notes, we've got a word from Jason Ross and ACR Solar, and we've got celebrity birthdays. We wrap up the show right after those.
You ask for more 49ers coverage, and Sactown Sports 1140 listen.
Let's go, Niner gang!
Get all the latest 49ers news and notes online at SactownSports.com. Plus, make sure to follow us on IG at Sactown1140 for Emil Fergoso's live post-game show following every game.
That is what we expect out of the Niner gang. Niners win!
Your home for the most 49ers coverage in Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar. Here's what you need to know. The number 916-481-7200, 916-481-7200. ACRsolar.com is where you can find them on the web. Now, in a situation where we're certainly still in summertime, we've got some warm temperatures still going on, but the winter is on the horizon. It's coming up soon. You want to make sure you are certain about your roof. A new roof can help you with your energy bills, obviously lower those. Keep you and your family safe, and that's the spot we were in. And once we talked to John and Joe over there at ACR Solar, we knew this was the company we were going to have to work with when we decided to get our new roof. And so the process has started. Looks like next week is going to be the official launch of getting everything going, and it's exciting. It's an exciting time for us, and after dealing with a couple of the roofing companies, we wanted to talk to everybody, and there's other good roofing companies out there. But ACR Solar, I stand by them. I know you will as well once you meet with them and talk to them if you're in need of a roof. It's a big investment. You want someone that you trust that does quality work and helps educate you on the process, and that's what I like about ACR Solar. Again, they work on our timeline. It's just everything about them just fit right for us, and I think they'll do the same thing for you. ACRsolar.com or call them at 916-481-7200.
Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin. Live in concert this summer with Bush, plus special guests at Toyota Amphitheater, September 7th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Get up and get outside this summer with Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks you can actually speak another language. Como si fuera magia.
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
Remember when one of your best players got injured, but not like on a play or anything? He got injured celebrating a play, and it's not like it was a game-winning play or in the playoffs, and he was out the rest of the season because he was injured while celebrating? Yeah.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Safe is such a great word. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. Safe just makes me feel secure with a sense of comfort. And in these turbulent times, finding anything that makes you feel protected is good for the soul. Being a member of Safe keeps your money local, gives you access to lower rates and higher dividends, while also giving you a sense of comfort that comes from knowing that your money is, well, safe. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's going on, Chad, for Chrysler's Make This the Summer event?
We have the best savings of the summer happening right now with up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Or save thousands with an unheard of 2.9% APR for 72 months with up to $10,750 in savings. With interest rates going up, this kind of APR can't last long.
But you're California's #1 truck dealer. That can't be it.
That's right. We also have savings up to $7,500 off MSRP MSRP on new 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cabs. Or you can save thousands with the super low 2.9% APR for 72 months. That's up to $7,000 in savings, and we have over 20 to choose from.
Come find your perfect new truck today at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center or search, select, and save through their full inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
12,000 total net savings on Ram 1500 Bighorns after 6,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. 7,500 total net savings on Ram 1500 Laramie after 1,750 factory rebates and 5,750 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,250 Conquest bonus cash. Must own or lease non-FCA Group brand vehicle and may include 1,500 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance with Chrysler Capital qualify. Special 2.9 APR and improved credit through Chrysler Financial. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 2.9% for 72 months equals 15.16 per thousand borrowed. 5 or more each net savings. See dealer for details.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Who's hot, you ass?
Who, Jay?
Mike Trout.
Hey, he's back.
He hit a home run last night.
Yes.
That home run happened to be the 1,500 hit of his career.
What?
That would rank him 5th among Angels all time behind Darren Erstad, Brian Downing, the big fish, Tim Salmon.
Yeah.
And who is the all-time leader in hits for the Angels? Go.
Rod Carew.
No.
Really? That's exactly who my guess was.
Darren Erstad.
I already said Darren Erstad. Wow. Thanks for listening to
Garrett
my one
Anderson.
segment. Good job, Garrett Anderson.
Rod Carew. That's surprising. I thought he'd for sure be the leader in hits for them. I know he didn't play his whole career for them.
No, Garrett Anderson, of all
By
people.
the way, here's this. Jason and I were having conversations about Slav.
I don't think that factoid is true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Also, Tim Salmon, greatest player to never make an All-Star team.
Greatest player to ever make it.
Never make an All-Star team.
Mike Bibby.
Hey, there's more on Tim Salmon coming up.
Oh, there is?
Wait.
Ironically.
Oh!
In the news?
What? Maybe. Maybe not.
Did he catch a fish?
Right.
Tim Salmon, best fish named baseball player ever.
It's Tim Salmon.
Better. Tim Salmons.
John Salmons.
Better than Kevin Bass.
I was going to say Kevin Bass was. I think Salmon's better than Kevin
Is
Bass.
Tim Salmon the best fish named athlete ever?
No.
No.
Not even on his own organization.
Carlton Fisk?
Mike Trout.
Oh, God. You know,
my God.
I'm going to start smoking again.
You just got violent with a cup.
Mike Trout.
Catfish hunter.
Well, Mike Trout's behind Tim Salmon in hits, so.
Mike Trout has made many All-Star teams.
Maybe, yes, but should he have? Yeah, yes, he should have. News and notes right now, please.
Stand by on this frequency.
Mike Trout.
The news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important
Not even on his own
headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
No, a lot of Angel talk today. I didn't think it was going to make Jason be violent.
Yeah, there has been a lot of Angel talk. Why?
The Angels have been mentioned in 3 segments.
What is going on?
Well, they're for sale. They're the B team in their market. And all their best players are named after fish.
Number of playoff series in the NBA won without an all-star teammate. This is active players.
De'Aaron Fox.
Would you be surprised that James Harden leads with 6?
Wait, what's the
number of playoff series won without an all-star teammate?
Oh, so they were the only all-star on their team when they won a playoff series. Got you.
Harden 6, Lillard 3, Durant 2, Leonard, Kawhi 2, Anthony Davis 1.
Harden's surprising.
Steph Curry has never won a playoff series without an all-star team.
Wow. So basically Steph Curry, most overrated player in the NBA.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that, but I will ask, and I'm just asking, is Steph Curry a fraud?
Yeah, for sure.
1-800-920-1140. Is Steph Curry a fraud? Today's International Strange Music Day. What does that even mean? That means they want you to listen to, like, strange music. Stuff you normally,
That's Tech Nine's record label. So is that what that means?
No, I read this thing. There's a artificial intelligence rapper that just signed with Capitol Records. Are you aware of this? You used to be a music director.
I was aware of this when this was coming together, and I told the representative at the time I thought that was a really terrible idea that's going to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
Blew it up.
It has. Apparently, though, we have an update. Capitol Music has now severed ties with the AI rapper. I don't even know what this means, and that always worries me. Like, am I allowed to say this?
Say it, and we'll find out.
Is it a word that, or is it a thing that, like, is going to be bad, but I just don't know what it is?
Easier to ask for forgiveness and permission.
FN Mecca, MEKA. See, I don't know what. Right, I just don't want to get a letter that's like, "Do you have any idea what you just said?" Like, it's the letter F, the letter N, and then Mecca. Hey, I don't know what it means. After facing pushback from activist groups and observers that the virtual rapper was a stereotypical caricature of black artists. There was a statement raised, your input was invaluable. Yeah, They had announced earlier that they had signed FN Mecca and was releasing a single called Florida Water with the artist Gunna and
Gunna.
And the gaming streamer Clicks Conrad. But again, this is a virtual artist. It's a virtual artist, though, that also has like 10 million TikTok followers.
Does the virtual artist have rights?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all, because there's a...
And so now that they've severed ties, is said virtual artist available to sign elsewhere? These are legit questions.
I would think so. Can the virtual artist get themselves a unemployment? I just don't know. Back to me. All right. It's also...
I have a quote for this segment, by the way, that I felt was only good for this segment.
Yeah.
Sports related, so don't get too angry with me. According to Mitchell Trubisky, quote, "I've done great things so far."
Well, I mean, he's made some money.
Former Pro Bowler.
Could be starting quarterback.
Will be starting quarterback.
Oh, really?
I think so. I'm here to say Mitchell Trubisky will be the starter in Pittsburgh.
It's National Maryland Day. Yay.
Go Terrapins.
Maryland, like the state. I thought you meant like Maryland Monroe.
Like Maryland, just general Maryland.
Yeah, just Maryland.
You got about Maryland more? Monroe?
Maryland from Mix 96.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maryland. Life is but a dream. I don't know any other Marylands.
Manson.
Manson. That's a great one. No, what?
Your
big group of Marylands is going to knock him off?
Probably.
Well, fine. Yeah, take the day. There's no other Marylands ever.
I'll look.
Okay. And finally, it's National Waffle Day. Now, I don't believe this is celebrating people's ability to change their mind constantly on a topic.
Oh, the waffle.
Yeah, the waffle. Jason, waffle or pancakes?
I have pancakes more, but I like waffles more. If that makes sense.
Why do you have pancakes more?
I guess to make them. I know there's a waffle maker, but
yeah, you have a waffle maker, right?
I just like to make waffles. I like to make pancakes.
I ask this question often of people because many say the same thing. Well, I like waffles more. Pancake, and I said, "Do you have a waffle maker?" They say, "Yes." But it's pancake mix, and you just pour it. in the waffle.
Same idea.
Yeah, it's actually easier, I think, to make waffles. But no, I do like pancakes.
Okay,
but waffles can be fun. Have you ever had chicken and waffles?
I have.
I have not.
Yeah.
It sounds weird, and I don't want.
It's really?
Yes.
You do like all these food concoctions.
I know. I'll try it someday if it's put in front of me.
I'm telling you right now, you're going to love it. No, I'm almost tempted to bring it in.
No, please don't.
No, seriously.
Celebrity birthdays.
Yes.
Jason Ross.
On this day, August 24th, Tim Salmon.
Hey.
Oh, the big fish.
The big fish.
That's what they call him.
They do. How old is he today?
Oh, let's go with 52.
Let's go 54.
54 is right on the nose.
Thank you.
Let's go with Vince McMahon.
Oh, Vinnie Mac, former CEO of WWE.
Lose this one. Vince McMahon is 77.
78.
Dave, you are right on. 77. Good
Wow.
for losing that one.
This one I'm
Dave Chappelle.
Oh.
David Chappelle. Funniest modern comedian we have. Dave Chappelle.
Blouses.
He is. Oh, I'm going to say Dave Chappelle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 53.
Let's go 52.
He is 49 today.
Oh, my God.
How about Reginald Miller? Reggie Miller.
Who's Reginald Miller?
Reginald Miller, star of the hit TV drama.
Reggie Miller
Queso.
is 52.
Reggie Miller's 56.
Reggie Miller's 57 today. Wow. Happy birthday to Steve Guttenberg.
Goots!
Goots.
Oh, 3 men and a little lady.
One of the greatest actors of the 1980s.
Police Academy.
Never did anything after I feel like Guttenberg had a huge run in the 80s and then just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. You know, he was red hot.
Red hot.
He was arguably like
Mr. 80s.
the go-to 80s comedy guy. And then
he wasn't.
What happened? And you know who else that was not as hot as Guttenberg, but Rick Moranis also disappeared.
Well,
forever.
Rick Moranis, there were reasons.
Oh, there were?
His wife had passed away, so he quit acting, take care of his kids, stuff like that. Yeah.
I just knew Bridget Fonda, another one that is just completely.
Guttenberg's age, please.
I'm going to say Steve Guttenberg is 68.
I'm going to say 63.
He is 64 today.
Nice.
Happy birthday to Cal Ripken Jr.
By the way, those rumors about Kevin Costner's wife, not true. Debunked completely.
What's up with Cal Ripken Jr.?
No, you never heard the rumor that there was a point very late in his streak when his streak was still going to break the record where they canceled a game at Camden Yards. And it was like there was electrical issues or something. But this rumor came out that
he was hurt,
that he caught Kevin Costner with his wife and they got in a brawl. No, this is a real thing. You can Google. But they both were like, yeah, that didn't happen. Steve Guttenberg.
No, Cal Ripken Jr.
Oh, he is 64.
63.
62 today.
Yeah,
let's finish with Craig Kilborn.
Kilby is 58.
54.
60.
Still looks really good, though. Don't forget he was in Cocoon, too, by the way, and Home for the Holidays. For Jason, for Jay, I am Dave. See you tomorrow. Jim Rome is next. Bye-bye.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
You know, you'll be watching and thinking, man, like, I guess Keegan, he's maybe not